All right, folks. So welcome back. This is session number 4 in the Virlinia 2 campaign. So last time our party encountered for the first time a wayward rogue named Yobi while exiting the Ravioli Rascals' den. And he joined the group who was in search of a badly needed bath, which they got on the discreet upper floor of the Black Arms Tavern in Mariner Town, which is Zadash's northwestern district. And a big fight broke out between some half-orcs and Milo over a soup-conjuring hat before the party investigated a crime scene at the flat of the cobbler, Monsieur Ledine. And it's there that they discovered that perhaps someone of orcish heritage may have been smoking a rare tobacco there when committing the offense of stealing Ledine's loot. It was later at Malomisto that Olena discovered the name of the tobacco. And after that, the group had gone to bed in the Ravioli Rascals' den. Where we resume, the party had taken a long rest and leveled up, and Ash is on the last moments of her watch. It's around 10 in the evening, so the party has all gotten their full, the long rest, and they're slowly waking up. And in the last moments of her watch, before all the others start to rise, Ash all of a sudden sees a scroll tied in a neat black ribbon slide forward on the floor underneath the door frame into the room.
I look around, make sure no one's awake, and I just pick it up and very discreetly read it.
So as you unravel the ribbon from this scroll, you see it has 2 sides. On the front side, you see a dark figure wearing a garment that's white that has a hood, and the figure is so dark you cannot see the face of whoever is wearing this garment. And the rest of this side of the scroll is black. You flip the card around, and on the back of it, Ash, it says, "One of us."
That's all?
One of us. One of us.
And slowly, Ash, one by one, your group mates begin to awaken from their slumber.
I reach over to Siri and show her. I'm not being discreet anymore. I'm just like, guys, I gotta listen to you. Siri, look at this.
Hmm?
One of us.
One of us?
Yeah.
Is there anything else on the letter? Or any, can I, investigate it to see if I can find any, hidden water print? What are they called? Water notes?
Watermark or
something
like that.
Yeah.
You can make
yeah.
If you're looking at the object on all sides of it, that would be a perception check. Wisdom.
18.
Nothing else stands out to you. In fact, it is unusual that you're not detecting any sort of fingerprint of any kind on this card.
Where did you find this?
Someone had just slipped it under the door. Yeah. It was weird. It's pretty weird.
I kind of jostle everybody else I don't think we're alone.
Can I go up to the door and just listen to hear if I hear anything?
Yeah, could you make a perception check as well, please?
Yeah. 19.
You definitely detect that down the hallway there are some scurrying animals, so probably rats or chickens.
Okay, I'll say rats or chickens down the hallway.
It's the chickens.
But we've killed one of them. I killed the chicken. May he rest in peace. One of us, I can't tell if that's menacing or if it's accepting,
I feel threatened, personally.
Person. Do you say there's an image of someone on the scroll?
Yeah.
In a dark hood, and you can't see anything.
Yeah, you can't see their face.
Does that ring a bell?
You can make a history check.
Sure.
I would also like to think.
Yeah, go ahead and make a history check as well, Ash.
13. Virlinia.
18.
18, 13, 18. So, based on your knowledge of that, Ash, you are well aware that there are many guilds. Also likely to be a thieves' guild, given you're in a city that is this large. and that there could be representation of any of the world's factions in the city of Zadash. So that's your best guess as to where this might have originated, but who knows?
Yeah, this is weird. I don't know. Milo, those are some really interesting stretches.
Oh yeah. You got to get ready for the day. You know, it's important to stretch. Your benders and stretches, as I like to call them.
Do you mind if I join it? Do you teach?
Yeah. Come on over. Just start showing me
Calisthenics class.
the goofiest little, just like super 1960s like stretches and stuff. Like, yeah.
Siri says, as much as I support being limber, this may not be the best time to be doing that.
You're right. We
may
got
need to
some,
leave.
we got
should
some work
probably
to do.
leave.
Yeah, that note is a little terrifying in my opinion. So yeah, we can get out of here.
Yeah.
Well, let's walk and talk. Did we come up with a plan? Also, we need a name, people. Here's what I'm thinking. Cook Crew, CC?
Trying to think. I really want to pay homage to our first mission.
But Yobi wasn't even there for that. That's the thing.
Oh, that's true. The
I
cat
still-
back would be funny though.
Cat
I'm
back?
okay with whatever you decide, by the way, so no worries about that.
I think we could still go within the gang, you know, guys? I mean, I've been thinking really hard about it, and it is an option.
What gang?
Ash in the gang. That's still.
Ash in the gang? No.
Are you sure?
No, we're not doing that. I do like Cat Pack because it's like Rat Pack but better, you know. We have killed cats.
Yeah, personally, I've never heard of the Rat Pack, but Cat Pack sounds great. Not just because I came up with it, of course. You know, it's just got a ring to it.
All right. Well, I mean, we can figure it out at a different time, I guess. I just feel like people keep asking us for our name, and I think we should probably, you know.
We should all give different names
Oh.
to confuse
fun.
them.
Yeah. Keep an air of mystery around us. Yeah. Anyways, the plan is we're going to the Black Arms.
I think so, but I don't know if I'll be welcome there.
Yes, I think you and possibly Yobi probably can't go in.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, we didn't see Yobi's face. If he doesn't mind showing his face off in there, I think he'll get away with going back.
Never touch my
I'm-
hood.
I don't want to risk it, I'll be honest.
The hood stays on.
The hood stays on, you know, you heard what he said.
Trust
We
me,
go
I'm
in.
pretty.
Oh. Increased charisma when your hood is off because you're so beautiful. Yes, we go in. I ask, what's the man's name behind the bar?
Oh, so the group has agreed to leave the lair and walk towards.
Oh, yes. Well, I don't know.
We had-
I was just walking alone, if not.
Should we go to
We had
the
Mevet the
bar?
bouncer.
Do we not have to
That-
look at who just left this letter for
That's
us?
probably true. We should open the door slowly and carefully to see if there's anyone outside just waiting.
Oh yeah.
Letter,
Uh-huh.
what letter?
Olena cracks open the front door of the bedroom and peeks her head out to look down the hallway. And the only thing you can... Do you have dark vision, Olena?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay.
I have dark vision.
You have dark vision.
Let,
You pushed me out of the way. I'm like, oh,
yes,
okay.
let me check it out.
And the only thing that Yobi can see down the hall is it looks like there's a rat in front of one of the doorways that you had passed by some time ago. Looks like a pretty big rat, actually.
Goddamn rats. I hate rats as much as orcs. So what do you guys think? Should we just move past the rat or try and kill it?
I think we can just try and get past it before we start getting into a kerfuffle. I feel like we got to save our HP and our spells for the battle ahead. I'm thinking maybe those half orcs will be looking for blood.
There's also a second door. And Siri just points at the door that we barricaded.
Yes. So the prior night, the party had actually barricaded a secret door in the room that led somewhere else. And the way that they did that was they pushed a spare bed in front of that passageway.
I don't know. I feel like we should address this note.
What note?
The note that was slid under the door that I thought was a squirrel. It was actually a scroll because I can't hear. I was like, a squirrel? I love squirrels. He's wearing a black bow tie? It wasn't a squirrel. It was a scroll.
Yeah.
Can I check it out too?
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check.
Cool hood, bro.
Yeah, Ash, you hand it over.
I
4.
rolled a 4.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Yobi, you're
Bella.
not detecting anything unusual about this card. So just like Siri, you conclude that it seems odd that there aren't thumb marks or fingerprints or anything like that.
I'm like looking over Yobi's shoulder.
I just admire the hood and give it to the next person.
I was gonna say, I'm looking over Yobi's shoulder. I'm like, it kind of looks like you, Yobi. Maybe you know them.
Unfortunately, I don't. I would like to. I want to know where they got their hoods.
Maybe we should go to our normal hunting grounds for information and ask around. Do you guys think if someone knows this image, maybe some sort of organization here?
Maybe we
Okay.
save it for when we're done with the
case that we're on.
I forgot the name of the other bar. Something Arms.
The Black Arm.
Black
Black
arms.
Arm.
Oh yeah, okay. We can one thing at a time. You're right. Are we going out the secret door? Should we start moving the bed?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's move the bed.
Yeah, you feel like that rat might be leading us somewhere. Let's just go our own way, I guess, eh?
I don't trust a rat as far as I can throw it, and I can throw rats pretty far. So actually, I really trust rats.
Yeah, I think that's how that works, I guess, logically.
So the party pushes the bed out the way and slowly walk into this room that's full of crates. This is the room where I think somebody in the group had picked up maps earlier indicating that Heslel, the city council member, was funding some of the exploits of the Ravioli Rascals. There's an exit to the room that leads west, and that door is currently closed.
Sort of in the direction of the rat. Well, if we're going to run into him either way, let's do it.
I think Milo would offer to take the lead here in case someone jumps out at us. He'll just barge right through the door like we own the place now.
It is really
Milo,
hard
as
to
you-
use Roll20 with a trackpad. Okay, here it is.
Milo, you open the door and you don't see anything down the hallway other than the tar slick from yesterday, and as well as some random feathers strewn about on the ground. Chicken feather.
Oh yeah, from the chicken we chucked in there. I'm just gonna keep walking.
Okay.
Milo's gonna keep walking.
Sounds like everyone's exiting the farmhouse.
Mhm.
You step out into a somewhat chilly summer evening, unexpectedly cold. In fact, it being so close to the harvest season. There are not so many people walking around here in Lambtown, but you do notice a few of the bodies of folks that do seem to be active are headed towards the center of town.
Can I just flag down one of the random people and just say, "Oh, hey there. You mind if I ask you where everyone's headed to?"
Yeah, you stop by this sort of jolly-looking dwarf walking with his partner or wife. They're kind of like arm in arm. Big. He has got a big red beard. He looks over at you and he says, "No, can't tell you. Have a good night, fella." And he and his wife or partner keep walking.
Well, I guess it's a need-to-know basis, and he doesn't want me to know, huh?
Extremely sketchy, but okay.
Yeah.
We could follow them if we would like, or we can go straight to the Black Arms.
Is it on the way? Are they all walking in the way that we'd have to walk anyway?
They're walking in that direction, yes, towards the People's Square in the center of town, yes.
Might as well. Let's go.
Yeah.
Follow him for a bit.
Anyways.
Just be on the lookout, maybe for other hooded figures or
Oh.
other people watching us.
Oh, sure. You think it's related?
I think there's someone that knows we're in the farmhouse and is possibly watching us.
That's so true. Wow.
Milo kind of paranoidly looks around for anyone that might be following him.
So
Like-
I'm asking you, are you trying to make a perception check to detect if somebody might be watching you?
He's just looking around. He's like all terrified, looking for people that
Yeah.
might be following them. Yeah.
Yeah, if you would like to do that to see if anybody's might be watching you or observing or tailing you, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
You know when you lose your mom at the grocery store and you walk by every aisle to see if she's down there? That's what I'm gonna do, but for dark alleyways, to see if any person in a hood is in dark alleyways.
Okay. You are familiar with at least one alleyway in this area.
Regrettably. 15.
Oh, what I rolled.
I got a 9.
9. Okay. 8.
Oh, we're all doing perception checks?
Seems like.
Oh.
4 again.
All of you sort of hear through the darkness, kind of lift your noses up and kind of detect if anybody might be looking around, and none of you see anything.
Oh, I rolled an 18. That changes that.
That does not change the outcome.
Okay. Cool. Well, I guess we'll just keep heading on our way, and Milo has like that little shiver, like someone's watching him, kind of like go down his spine.
Just stay close, everyone.
Oh, I agree.
The party makes their way to the front door of the Black Arms in Mariner Town. And once again, you see the Goliath guard with his tattoos standing up front. He picks his chin up when he sees Olena and says, back again.
Listen, we have some unfinished business. Are we all allowed in here now? Or do you think maybe just me and my bard friend, or me and my friend with a very sketchy smile that Ash was giving?
He looks at all of you and says, perhaps one or two of you might want to change before you go in, just in case Zahis gets upset at your new friends, Olena. But
That's
you
what
could
I was
risk it.
thinking. All right, we'll regroup and come back. Thanks, buddy. You're the best.
You got it, Miss O.
Hey, Olena, you spot any good alleyways for us to crawl down? And
First of all, don't ever mention an alleyway to me ever again. Second of all, no. Okay, no, but here's where we plan. Are we all going in? Do you want to, disguise these two young gentlemen? I am assuming your gender. I'm sorry. Do you use he, him pronouns?
Oh, no worries.
Okay,
You hit the nail on the head there.
Great, good to know.
I think maybe I should maybe get a wig or something, change my face a little bit, because I don't think they took too nice to me over there.
Got a little Brooklyn for a second.
Yeah, no, I did. It's tough.
It is. Alternatively, you stay outside. I ask questions about the backhoe, and we're in and out. Because what do we really need in here? I need to ask if
you need stealth, I should disguise myself because I'm pretty stealthy. So it's up to you guys. What do you think we need?
Do you think we got like a ravioli rascal situation in there where there's a whole gang, or I just want to be close in case anything happens. But I think you're pretty capable of protecting everyone as well.
Just trying to think of what our objective is. We don't want to start a stand down with the half orc. See half orc? Half orc gentleman.
Are we sure we don't want that?
Yes, we will die because everyone in the Black Arms could kill us.
Okay. I'll just stick out here and keep an eye out for any hooded figures, maybe any fishy activity. I think you guys can handle this one. I'll keep an ear out too in case I hear any commotion.
Sarah had been pulling out a foldable little makeup stand to get all of you disguised with her disguise kit, and then she's like, "Oh, you're going to stay? Okay."
If you want to,
and I'll start folding everything back up again. Fold it back up and then put it back in my pack.
So Milo is taking is playing point. You're going to be watching from the outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need
Everybody
to
else.
ask His a question, so I'm going in.
I'll go in with you as well since I'm also allowed in. I can possibly maybe distract and talk and persuade and whatever.
I would use your lipstick in case you need sleight of hand or stealth. I'd like to come in if you'll have me.
Oh, sure. At first she was just like taking out just her lipstick. She's like, "You want my lipstick? Oh, you want disguise? Okay. Sit down. You're going to have to take your hood off. You know that,
sure,
right?
Sure, make me
I feel
pretty.
like actually, if you just take your hood off, you might be disguised already because everyone just remembers how you look with just your hood on.
Oh yeah, actually, yeah, that's an idea.
Oh, boy.
Does he take his hood off and he looks like Fabio?
Yeah.
There you
That's
go.
what I'm imagining.
Can you describe what it looks like when Yobi takes his hood off?
He's raising his eyebrows and he has a big smile, white teeth, and like this tiny mustache and a beard.
So does
Inigo
this mean?
Montoya?
Oh, yes, it looks good. I don't think anyone will recognize you with your hood off.
Okay,
That was
that
actually
works.
a good idea.
Hey, good luck in there, everyone. I'll keep an ear out and an eye out.
Siri moves this lipstick to you like, are you sure? We could...
I mean, we could do, yeah, you could put on some lipstick. You could be a nice little gnomish lady.
Yeah, sure, why not? At this point, so I grabbed the
Oh,
lipstick.
you're putting on the
Oh,
lipstick.
not
okay.
you.
I am.
I was
Oh,
talking to...
for Milo.
For Milo, yeah. You're good.
okay.
Yobi's
Okay.
good.
Like,
Here's
oh,
what
well.
I'm thinking. Maybe you give me a nice little nasty looking scar and I could act like I'm Siri's bodyguard and I get away with the other halfling who I'm thinking, maybe he's like a nephew or something. I lent a favor to my sister and brought him around and he almost got the talent killed over here and
You've come up with a whole backstory for this.
No, I was thinking about
Very
this
short
before
mission.
I go sleep,
Well, I also have, let's see, okay, so I can put the scar. I can also I have some pitch. We can add it to your hair. You can turn your hair a little darker.
Oh, okay, I like all these ideas. Yeah, these are
Okay.
just good. I like
All
all
right.
that.
Siri, tell us what you're gonna do, and then make a dexterity check.
Okay,
that's a
so-
proficiency check.
So I'm gonna add like a few scars to Milo's like eye area and probably like up the cheek to kind of just make it even more kind of disasterly on one side of Milo's face. And then I'm gonna take some of the pitch that I have that I used to use for my hair, and I'm gonna start massaging it into his hair and turning his hair like a really dark black.
Okay.
And
Can you
I
make
do
a
have, like- Mhm.
Can you make a tools check, please? So add your proficiency bonus
Yeah.
and your dexterity bonus to the roll.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna roll a d20.
Mhm.
11 on the dice plus 13, 14, 15.
Yeah. So Milo looks unlike Milo. It takes all of you like a double take to realize underneath all this get up that it is Milo, but Siri's done a pretty good job of disguising him.
Oh,
Okay, yeah. Before we go in here, let's just brief Ash on what happened. So last time we go into the Black Arms, we all bathed, which was nice. The upstairs is very discreet, as in there may or may not be prostitutes. You have no idea. It's very clear that they are prostitutes.
Oh, don't bring it up though. They get right proper angry when you bring it up. It's pretty bad.
And so we had found
They're
four
wonderful.
hats. They were wonderful. 4 hats that made soup. Yes, exactly. I know. Ash was very excited. Milo ate a lot of them. And then a half-orcish man stole his hat. And Milo got very angry. Yobi attacked the man. And we had to leave in a fucking hurry because we were pretty much kicked out of the Black Arms. Because we caused the ruckus. But as this was all going on, we were all bathing. I was chatting with my good friend Beth, who works here. I approached the man that she was talking about, whose name was Hercule Ledin. Oui. He was the former head of the Cobblers Guild. I'm going back into my normal voice for this. Former head of the Cobblers Guild. His daughter Zoe is very ill, and he needs to pay for her treatment, but all of his things were stolen. All of his money was stolen. And we are going to find who stole it. And from our little clue finding in his house, we found that the person who stole Milo's hat is possibly the same person who stole Ledin's money and things that he was going to sell to get money. So I need to ask the bartender who might sell illegal tobacco if he actually does sell illegal tobacco and to whom he has recently sold it to. And if the person he's recently sold it to is the orc, we have to come up with a plan
Kick
to
his
get
ass.
this man. Yeah, basically kick his ass.
Yeah, finally kicking some orc ass.
Fun. Okay, thank you.
That's the lowdown. That was
Okay.
too much for me to text.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Thank you. So I don't need to guys. I'm fine.
Yeah, you should be okay.
Okay, cool.
Should we go in?
Let's do this. Let's blow this clam bake.
The party makes their way back to the front door, and Nevek nods at you, Olena, and says, "Oh, different friends, huh?"
Hey, you got me, bro. You got me. Yeah.
All right, let's hope your different friends don't cause any trouble.
They're definitely totally different heights from the two friends we got brought
Yeah,
here before. You
Totally
can tell.
different heights than the people I just saw 10 minutes ago.
Yes, this
Wink.
down here is my friend Jim. He's actually the bodyguard to
Hi,
Madam
Jim.
Siri here.
Bodyguard Jim,
And
nice scars.
This over here is Inigo Montoya.
Inigo.
Yes, he killed my father. Anyways,
Inigo, your teeth look great, by the way.
I thank you very much.
yes, and he's just my cousin.
Okay. He opens the front door. He opens the front door.
Spanish cousin to a Russian barbarian.
Don't worry about it.
He opens the front door, and the five of you slowly walk inside, and there's a totally different crowd of people that you see in the Black Arms. At the table directly next to you when you walk in are two very tall, muscular women who notice you immediately, Olena. On the far left, sitting alone, is a gnome wearing a green hat. This looks like Davenon, who you had just met at Antonia Cannelloni's place. Beth, the waitress, the server, the drow server is there, your friend Olena, as well as the other server from earlier. The bard that Siri met earlier seems to have drawn a fairly decent-sized crowd. About 8 to 10 people have crowded around him. And the half-orcs have grown in number. There are now 4 of them, all
That's
sitting around a
David
table. Is it David Bowie?
Bowie?
And there are 4 half-orcs all sitting next to each other at a table fairly close to the stairway that goes upstairs. As soon as you walk in, Olena, the 2 very tall women run over to you. One of them reaches forward to kiss you on both cheeks.
Who are they?
And she says, "Olena, you are here. Zdravutye. How are you doing tonight?"
Oh, my love, I'm doing well. How are you?
Not as good as you. You look fantastic. Like you've had a bath recently.
I did. How did you know? Oh my
I'm
goodness.
so glad. You smell much better than normal.
Okay, first of all, no need to go there, but sure.
Your friend is here. And the other woman, who is also very tall, she has long blonde hair, tied back by a green ribbon, dark red lipstick. She has 2 green hoop earrings in her right ear. She's wearing leather wraps around her fists, and she has a big pile of shot glasses in front of her on the table. And she bows at you and says, Olena Ketsk is here. Are you here this week to bet or to participate?
Oh, my love, my amor, my dear. I'm not here to participate or to bet. I'm just, going around with my friends in town, seeing what's up, to experience. To experience.
Well, get a drink. Come join us later. And she bows at you.
I'll give it a little curtsy back. Who is that? Who is this?
These are 2 of your sort of friends. There are people who accompany you when you've come to the Black Arms for shady business.
Certainly.
Yes.
Okay.
And their names are Alyona and Oksana.
Okay. Fantastic. I'll turn to my friends who are here and be like, okay, these are my friends. If you want to hang out with them, you hang out with them. I'm going to go to the bar. Everybody, don't get into any fights. If you see a hat that makes soup,
Leave
control
it be.
yourselves. Let it be. Exactly. Don't say anything I wouldn't say. Even then, probably just keep your mouth shut.
I don't know.
And break.
So where would everybody like to go?
Antonia, please, lady.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm gonna go say hi.
Yeah,
to
Davenon,
Davenon.
the gnome. Yes.
Yes.
So Ash is gonna go to Davenon. Okay. We will narrate that in a minute. Everyone else, where are you going?
Siri will follow with Ash.
Siri will go with Ash. Okay.
Milo's following Siri. He's just gonna act like her.
Milo will follow Siri. Okay. Yobi.
She just goes after them really slowly, hoping nobody recognizes him.
Okay. Going towards the bar or where?
Yeah, following Milo like 5 feet
Well,
back. behind
Milo's going with Siri and Ash towards the gnome on the left. So and
okay, sorry.
And Olena's going towards the bar.
Yeah, my bad. Olena went to the bar. Yeah, okay, so I'll just go after Milo.
Okay. So-
Keep my distance a bit, not quite at the table, just 5 steps back.
So the four of you walk over to see Davenon the gnome with his funny green hat. He's kind of crumpled over a little bit, sipping on this like thick black drink, and he's kind of hiccuping as the four of you get closer.
Your Grace.
Hey, who are you? I kind of recognize you.
I tap his hat, like I always have been doing. I'm like, "Hello, little Davenon."
He almost like recoils, and that muscle memory allows him to remember. Oh wait, you were just here at your Grace's house yesterday, weren't you? The cooks, right?
Yes, the cooks.
Well, are you gonna have a drink or what? He definitely looks inebriated at this point. It's a little late in the evening, so
Yes.
they have wine, they have beer, they have whiskey.
What are you having?
I'm having kaif.
What is this?
It's all the rage, but I don't know if you're ready for it. I mean, I'm drinking it on account of the fact that I got injured earlier today, and I just needed something to kind of calm me down.
Your Grace. Oh, I will have what you're having, and also what happened today.
Oh, there was a huge accident in the kitchen, and somebody had dropped the afternoon roast on top of me. The dowel had become dislodged and unattached from the hearth, and it fell and knocked me on the shoulder. So I have all this pain coursing through my body. So Miss Cannelloni, Her Grace, let me off work this evening as she told the rest of the servants to clean things up. And so I'm spending the rest of tonight here at the Black Arms before I go home.
I put my hand on his shoulder very lightly and say, "Sorry that happened," and I'll cast a healing word to try and ease the pain.
Okay, go ahead and tell us what you get on that.
Okay. And I'm saying, I'm so sorry, Your Grace. I hope this helps you. And I got a yes.
4?
Yeah.
This seems to delight him as he kind of rotates his shoulder around, rubs it with his other arm, and he says, "Oh, that's doing me a lot better. Thank you so much."
Anything
What are
wrong,
all-
my Grace?
I was gonna say, as soon as it's done, I like, not simultaneously, but almost simultaneously, kind of like reach for his hand and then like cup a like 2 gold into his palm and be like, "And in case you need to be healed in other ways, I do believe there's some wonderful healing words upstairs as well." I just like
He
leave the 2 gold in
blushes.
his hand.
He blushes when you say that and give him the money, and he kind of leans in forward, Siri, and he says, you do know what's
I do not
upstairs?
work upstairs. I do not work upstairs. I work downstairs, but I hear that upstairs is very wonderful.
I've heard the same.
Quite relaxing.
And I know what I could get for 2 gold, so thank you so much.
Of course. Anything to help.
This will help a lot. Why are the rest of you here? He looks over at 2 people that seem unfamiliar to him.
He was a bodyguard.
I'm just a cousin. Ignore me.
Okay. Are you all having a drink then?
Don't drink on the job.
Nope. I did my reflexes with me tonight. Yubi's kind of jumpy.
Okay. Ash or Siri, anything else?
I would like a drink, and I would like to ask him what's been happening at the academy. What's been going on there recently? Any new?
Well,
Any drama?
after you left, the servants had come back from their very short vacation, and they've kind of been grumbling a little bit, saying that Madame Cannelloni does not allow them enough of a vacation to be able to go home and spend more time with their families. And part of me agrees with that, and part of me disagrees with that, because after all, this is the nature of the job. If you want to be a servant, someone on city council, you have to be available at all hours. On the other hand, some of the servants, they have family back home, children are being born, people are celebrating weddings and birthdays, and it would be nice to spend more than just a few days away from the job to enjoy the last bits of the summer.
Oh, very interesting. Disgruntled servants. Yeah. Has there been any drama with Madame Cataloni specifically?
She seems stressed, but she is very typically stressed these days. It's the late summer, and she wants to be sure that the harvests are at the level that is similar or exceeds last year's crop.
I see. I hope it goes well.
I hope so too. The harvest is coming very soon.
And have you heard anything about Caden? Has he been bothering the household?
Davenant keeps rubbing his hurt shoulder, and he says to you, "No, I haven't heard anything from Caden all day today. I assume he's been a good boy, or maybe he's been at Malumisto. I don't know. I prefer going to this bar.
Oh, why is that?
Oh, just better service here, better quality of drinks and people.
Oh, yes, I know there's better service here for sure.
Yes." He's kind of not sure whether or not to acknowledge what you just said, sir.
I heard that it's actually much easier to find very expensive and exquisite items here too.
He leans forward and says, "What do you mean?"
Oh, I don't know. I was just told that there's a chance that you can get better quality things here.
At the Black Arms.
Yes.
I wouldn't know where to begin. But
Oh.
the four of you look way more weathered and seasoned than a person who works indoors such as I, so maybe you know much more than meets the eye.
We do enjoy the finer things. Do we need anything else from Devon on? I don't know.
He resumes sipping his little liquor. And as we turn to Olena, who's at the front, who's at the bar, talking to Zehis, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Miss Olena.
Zehis, my friend.
Before you speak, it was 3 gold per person for today's bath, so 15 gold,
Absolutely.
please.
Here you go. And I slide over 3 extra.
Okay.
Sorry, had to do the math in my head. It didn't go well. We're like, Zehis, I've come to you for some information. Do you know anything about this? And I'll pull out the tobacco, this very fine material, and perhaps where I could get it.
Are you doing this in an intimidating way or a persuasive sort of way?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, intimidating because my... Oh, no, they're the same. Persuasive.
Okay.
Because I want to
Could you roll
be
a
subtle.
persuasion. Make a persuasion check, please.
And because I gave him gold, it's an advantage?
I'll let you
All
know.
right. Okay. That's not great. 10.
He says, my dear Olena, kids, 3 gold is not enough for more information. need to do a bit more than that.
Perhaps I owe you a favor. And I'll slide one more gold across the table.
He takes it and he laughs at you and says, You must think so low of me to only offer this much.
You know
Perhaps-
that I am good on a favor. You can trust that at least.
Are you saying this in intimidatingly or persuasively?
Intimidatingly now.
Okay, what's the favor? Or what do you say?
You know, I got 2 arms for the black arms, you know what I'm saying? I'm happy to, my friends and I, we are a crew. We could, beat up people you want us to beat up, find out some more information, track down some hooligans. That's actually what I'm doing right now, is tracking down some hooligans, bringing good to the community, bringing good to the black arms. So, I guess that's more persuasive.
Make a persuasion check then.
17.
He looks over at you and says, I'll take 3 more gold, and if you don't have it, I'll just have my thugs come over and speak with you. And he motions with his nose to the 4 half-orcs that are about 15 feet away from him.
I'll hand him 4 more gold.
He looks down at his palm, looks up at you and says, oh, so this is open for business.
That's what I thought, my friend. So let me give you the lowdown. You can give me what you know, I give you what I know. We're working for a friend who is a patron here. You may know him, Beth knows him, Monsieur Leby.
Yes, Ledine, he comes here alone. He's quite sad.
He is quite sad. Now, he was recently robbed, directly from his home, and we found this beautiful fine tobacco in his residence. He cannot afford this. We assume that the robber was the one who could afford this. And I have heard some friends, I get around, that you may have some more information on A, who's selling this, and B, if you know who's selling it, I give him a wink, perhaps who has recently bought it.
He smiles at you and says, why, yes, I do know someone selling it. And he raises one of his little snake arms and kind of points at himself. Does it in a sneaky way, tries to avoid other people from seeing it.
I give him yeah.
He then adds to that, and I do know who was the last person to buy some, but I would never say the name of that person out loud here when I'm working at the bar.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Would you maybe write it down?
He motions with his hands and says, writing? I'm not sure. However, his favorite worker upstairs would gladly give you more information.
What I'd like to hear.
And from what I saw earlier, you already know today's secret password. And he winks at you.
Oh, shit, I didn't write it down!
It's lucky.
Oh, thank you. I got it today in 3. Anyways, continue. I do. Do I know the worker that he's talking about?
How are you acting this out?
I'll say, and the favorite worker of this person would perhaps be...
I cannot say their name down here. I do not reveal personal information about any clients while I'm working at the bar. Gotcha. You could speak with Miss Kitty upstairs, or, entertain my upstairs employees on your own.
That's what I'm good at, so great. My friends, I guess I owe you one. Not of my own volition, but a deal's a deal, so. You're still my number one, Zahis, and I'll back away from the bar. How many gold did I just frickin' spend? Minus 15. Minus 3.
And then an additional 4.
It's 4. Great. Perfectly fine. Okay. I am going to sidle back up to my friends and tell them what I've learned and where I'm going next. Yeah, I was wondering if anyone wanted to come upstairs with me. Should I take... Yeah, our green friend?
I know Davenon would like to go upstairs. I can come upstairs with you as well if you need some help sorting things out.
Certainly.
Why are we going upstairs? Have you told us everything that happened at the bar?
Yeah. I'm whispering that. So I'm going to talk to Miss Kitty. I'm going to talk to Miss Kitty.
Well, maybe we go upstairs asking... Maybe we don't go saying that we are looking for robbers. Maybe we go saying we're looking specifically for the tobacco.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, we heard there's this really good tobacco and that maybe one of your customers may know someone that has the tobacco. We'd really want to enjoy some of it. And maybe we leave out the whole robbery side.
It's a great idea. I appreciate that. I did just spend a lot of gold. So let's do it. Yeah, let's go have fun.
Quick question though. I have a question because I think I misunderstood something. So when you said that one of their favorite workers might give us details, did you mean favorite of the robber or favorite of the guy that got robbed?
Favorite of the robber, I think.
Okay. So how do we find out which one's the robber's favorite worker?
Well, I think... So Siri... Okay, I'll do it in Siri. Siri's planning on going upstairs, talking to the head of the sex workers, and being like, we heard that someone... Is one of your clients very...
okay,
that uses a lot of tobacco?
Yeah, okay.
Could I be partnered with them? Because I want to find out if I could get some of that tobacco.
Yeah, makes sense.
That was Siri's plan, was to ask specifically about the tobacco user.
And is Siri sharing that with everybody?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go make some money.
No, we're not making the money. We're the ones paying, baby.
You have to pay some money, but...
I know. It was a joke.
But, like, if you wanted to sign up, I'm sure they're looking for new workers all the time.
Well, yeah. Where was that lipstick again?
Everybody has their own page. It's a good time.
So it's at this moment that you notice Davanan is sort of nodding off and falling asleep in front of his drink. This might be a good time to make a move.
Okay. Davanon, buddy, hey, it's me, your good friend, ham maker. Sorry. You want to go upstairs? Not with me, but you want me to help you upstairs?
He's like very groggy and he's like, nah.
All right.
Nah.
Maybe another night. Usually want to be a little more clear-headed for that.
Do we want maybe Ash and Jim?
Yeah.
And possibly Inigo. I don't know if Inigo's coming upstairs or not. Do you want to take Mr. Davanon home?
Yes, I will walk him home.
Okay.
You two, my love, welcome.
Davanan says, no, don't worry. I don't want her Grace to see me like.
Your Grace.
Maybe just get him some water. Let him kind of sleep it off.
Yeah, I'll sober up and make my. Oh, don't worry.
Perhaps you all can kind of just keep an eye on our suspects down here.
Okay.
But not too
close.
obviously.
Just
okay.
Yeah.
Just sitting there like.
I know.
Healthy distance, yes. Boundaries and such.
So everyone's going upstairs except for Ash. Is that right?
And Milo.
Yeah.
Milo, what are you doing?
Calm Serenity.
Are you coming with me?
I'm your bodyguard.
I don't need a bodyguard upstairs.
He likes to watch.
Okay.
What?
Oh.
You don't need any protection upstairs?
I'll just stay put with Ash.
Not in the form of Jim.
Jim.
Everybody's man, it's Jim. Alright, let's go.
Alright, don't get into any fights. I'll just like tap Olen and be like, do you want to do the talking? Do you want me to try?
I would love it if you did the talking because it's really not my forte.
Oh, but you're so good at it.
First of all, thank you. Second of all, I'd rather hit someone. Third of all,
I mean, I'm sure there's many people here who would love to be hit.
I was thinking,
price.
different rooms, maybe, and see if we could gather more information separately than together?
Yes.
You too, Inigo, you know?
Yeah, just wanted to ask you how much persuasion do you have? Because I'm at a +5.
I am +2.
Okay.
+7.
Oh, so that's
Okay.
that's
Oh my god, why did
I'm
I do
a
the
bard.
talking?
I'm a freaking bard.
I know, but even the sneaky man has better charisma.
Okay.
The head mistress, Tay Kitty, sees all of you and looks specifically at Olena and Siri and says, "Oh, the two of you are back again. Interesting. You must have had a great day."
We did those.
We're clean this time.
Yes.
That's not why someone would come back, but we'd certainly welcome your presence. Who are you interested in this evening? And it's at this point that all the workers start to clamber forward, get a closer look at you, start to lean in seductively and so forth, pose with their arms kind of up and stretching their torsos.
Well, and I'll like kind of just lean in just to Kitty to talk to her. Be like, well, these two are a little bestial in bed. Maybe ones who are better with orcish persuasions. Do you have any of your patrons that would be better with, little, like how orcs are a little rougher and they're kind of like orcs.
She says,
I don't know.
That was good, but what?
No,
I don't know.
all of my workers can handle an orc. Quite well.
That is, not many establishments can do that.
We are the Black Arms, after all. We're here to serve.
Very true. I do wonder, I'm hoping to find someone specifically who may have a taste or knowledge of tobacco as well. I've heard that there's a very wonderful strain in the city that I haven't been able to try yet. Do you know if any of your patrons or your workers are familiar with this?
While she's talking, I'm going down the line. Not sniffing.
You're
people,
like, no.
But I'm kind of sniffing.
Yeah.
Olena, go ahead and move your character.
Oh, yeah.
And to where you'd like to be standing and sniffing. So weird.
Yobi,
totally fine. It's D&D.
Yobi, I think you need to be on the other side. You're like hanging off the railing. You're on the bottom floor
Yobi,
now.
I'm already
you're gonna
pacing.
fall into the ground floor if you're there. You
No,
wanna
but, yeah.
stay on the floor.
Okay, now I think.
He's crawling along.
Yobi,
He's
what
on the
are you
outside of the
doing?
rails.
What are you doing as Olena is inspecting the workers?
What am I doing?
Yes, I'm asking.
I was already pacing and admiring them.
Okay. So, Olena, if you could make a perception check, and Yobi, if you could make a perception check as well, kind of see what other things you might detect of this group of people.
Perception.
Siri, Kitty does respond to you. That's the name of the headmistress. Do you mean you'd like to speak to one of my workers who plays well with orcs and smokes cigarettes? Special cigarettes? Is that what you're asking?
They themselves don't have to, but if one of their orcish patrons maybe smoke a lot and then they kind of smell like them now, I would love to be paired with them.
Could you make a persuasion check? So I'm going to start with you. Could you make a persuasion check, Siri? And then I'll get to Olena.
Yeah. Oh, please roll well. Okay. 21.
Kitty leans over and says, I do know one of the workers here is very open-minded about tobacco use. And she points her head in the direction of a woman who's kind of dressed in leather, like a leather top, light leather pants. She's very, very tall. She has dark hair. And Kitty says, that's Gina. Kitty also uses her nose to point over at this man standing next to her, who looks muscular and kind of skinny, wearing piratey kind of clothes. And she says, and Stan is also very good with our smoking client.
I just look back at Kitty and I'm like, thank you. And I'm going to walk to both of them.
Olena, what did you get for your perception?
A 1. Yeah.
And
No,
Yogi?
it's not going well.
I got the 15.
15.
Oh, okay.
Elena, the you don't detect any cigarette smoke, but all of these workers have this like aroma that is kind of intoxicating, kind of like would definitely get somebody in the mood for action this evening. They smell fantastic. This group of people.
Great.
Yobi, Yobi got a 15.
Yeah.
Yobi, you're kind of picking up a tobacco scent from one of the people that is standing north of it. So it could be, you're not sure exactly which one, but there's a heavyset man, two women carrying weapons, the same kind of thin piratey guy that Siri walked towards, and another woman wearing a cape.
So I'll just approach the lady, and I gently smell her, and I go, I really like your tobacco, the tobacco aroma you have around you. Please tell me more about it. What tobacco is it?
She kind of giggles and says, "Ah, many men find that scent alluring. Would you like to smell more?"
Well,
And she grabs you by the hand.
I tell her I would like to smoke more first. Do you have any?
She says, "We can have a conversation." And she starts walking down towards where the headmistress is, grabbing your hand. You follow?
I guess at this point.
I'm in it now.
Yeah, okay.
She stands next to the secret passageway and says, "This one's coming with me." And Kitty opens up a secret panel on the wall behind her that reveals a number of rooms that seem to be available. And the woman that grabs your hand says, "That's 10 gold, by the way, for an hour." And she motions that you're supposed to pay the blonde woman before going back. And the woman kind of disappears and walks down the hallway.
Okay, so I give the 10 gold.
The blonde woman smiles and says, "We thank you for your business. Go have fun tonight, sir."
Thank you.
And,
I'll try my best.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I follow the girl.
Okay. As the two of you are walking down the hallway, she's kind of grabbing you by her arm, and she says, "So what is it that you like to do? What are you into?"
I would really like to try this tobacco we were talking about earlier. Do you have any on you?
She walks you into a small room that has a bed, a chair, like a locker at the end of the bed, and she says, "Go sit down on the bed and relax, honey. I'll get us something to smoke.
Okay.
You get yourself prepared. I'll be right back." And she leaves the room and shuts the door for a moment. Meanwhile, Olena, what are you doing?
I mean, I got nothing from anybody, you know. Do I know any of these workers?
Not very. I mean, you might know them by face, but you don't know very much about them.
Okay,
You're not up on this floor very often.
Yeah, very true. If I see that Siri is going to approach the two on the left and right, I guess. Who are these two in the corner that I might have caught a whiff of? The other.
One of them walked in with Yobi.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is standing right in front of him. He's kind of wearing a pirate getup, looks kind of thin.
No. That's a no for Olena. Yeah, I don't know.
Not her type?
No, not her type. She'll choose someone a little burlier.
There's a really burly guy on the end carrying a large weapon, not wearing a shirt.
Yeah.
Okay. So Olena's going to walk to this redheaded guy, not wearing a shirt, looking very stout. He's breathing heavily. It looks like he has an axe in his hand. And he says, "Oh,
how are you doing?
How can I help you this
You
evening?"
sound very familiar. You're like, "Sir, listen, I'm here to forget things for an evening." Are you my man?
I'm afraid I'm not, because I tend to give my women a night they will never forget.
Oh, you got me. I'm going with you. Also, approach Kitty.
He grabs your hand and starts walking towards Miss Kitty, and he says, "My name's Barry. What's your name?"
Crystal.
He's gonna make an insight check.
That's
You can make a deception roll if you'd like to.
All right. 11.
Well, Crystal, I'm really into crystals. He looks over at the headmistress and winks and motions to you, Elena, and says, "That'll be 10 gold. I'll be waiting for you in the far right room."
Okay.
And he goes behind the secret panel into the far right room.
Great.
And Elena, what do you do?
I will follow him. And give 10 gold, obviously.
Okay, so she takes the gold from you, and he reveals the last room on the hall, and you have to look inside. It looks like there's a bed, a bowl of water, and a place to kind of wash up. There's a locker on the ground, and he walks inside and says, "Oh, follow me, Crystal."
Would you like me to describe our endeavors?
No, I'm assuming you're following
I'm
me.
gonna switch. Here's the thing. I'm gonna switch it around on him, and choke him out till he gives me some answers. So.
Okay, so tell us what you're doing.
Yeah, no. We walk into that room, and I act all pretty and wonderful, and then
Oh, sorry, that's too.
Put my boot on his throat while he's on the bed, and stand over him and say, "Tell me what you know, if you know
I
anything."
like it rough.
Yeah, about the orcs. Yeah. Oh God, it's Yomi. About the orcs.
Can you make a
That's
strength? I need you to make a strength check first, because it
Please.
sounds like you're grappling him.
This is the one check that I want to pass. Why? Okay.
You got a 22.
Oh, well, he wins.
You try to pin him down with your boots and your veiny, muscular barbarian arms, and he flips you off. And he's now sort of like standing by the foot of the bed, saying, "What is it? What do you want, woman? Is this foreplay?"
Absolutely, but also, tell me what you know about the orcs downstairs, and if they get into any shady business.
Are you doing this persuasively, intimidatingly? How are you doing this?
Intimidatingly, but
Okay.
sexily.
It's like sexy intimidation. Yeah, go ahead. Go, let's do it.
My God, are you kidding me? 10.
He says,
Use different dice.
"Come closer, dear."
All right. I'll give you these wiles.
He sits down on the bed and says to you, "It's okay if you're nervous. We can sit and talk for a little bit." And he tries to comfort you and he sits in the bed, but he has no answers for you about this tobacco.
All right. Well, I'll sleep with them.
Okay. Siri,
Just get it
I
over
paid
with.
for it.
Siri,
Yeah,
I give up.
okay, I paid for it. When I see that Yobi kind of takes the other person that I was like targeting, I'm just like, "Ugh. Okay, and I'll just turn to the pirate guy.
he looks
I'm
over
like-
at you and says, "Good evening."
And I just kind of like do that little really soft hand give, And I'm like, I'm sorry.
He bends down a little bit to kiss your hand and he says, "And I am Stan. Stan Swallows. And I'm at your service. Well, what are we doing tonight, Siri?"
I don't say anything. I just smile and then I just like turn and like take him to Kitty.
Okay. And
I
the
like
two
hold
of
his
you
hand.
walk forward and he motions to you, Siri. Gonna be 10 gold for an hour.
I look at Kitty. I pull out the 10 gold and I give her 5 and I say, "I'm a very hard person to please. I will give you the remaining 5 when I am done with him."
Make a persuasion check, please.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna actually roll. Okay, no more of this digital. Please roll.
Did anyone notice it's cheaper than last week?
What?
Did anyone notice it's cheaper than last week?
What?
Different people working, apparently.
Yeah, the workers are cheaper than last week. Last week it used to be like, what, 30 gold?
Really?
Well, Now they're charging by the hour though. So that was different than during the day.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
that was for a room.
Different rates.
Sorry. I
Different
can't add
rates.
because we're talking. What is 15 plus 7?
Oh!
22.
I can't count. 22.
22.
22 for persuasion?
Yes.
Wow. Oh, Kitty says, wow. I'm not used to many customers behaving like this, but since I heard from earlier that you are such a great performer on stage, that I'll allow it. 5 now, 5 later.
Thank you. I like lean in very close and like, thank you. And then I continue taking, what is his name? Stan?
Stan.
Sam?
Stan.
Stan. I'll be like, I'll keep dragging Stan to whatever. I'll pick the door. I don't care.
Stan walks into the hallway and opens the very first room and uses his hand to like beckon you forward and follow.
Cool.
And it's the same kind of stuff in the room. There's a bed, locker, place to wash up. And he says, "So, you've got me.
Okay.
What are we doing?"
I'm gonna do all this sensual acting. Okay, hold on. I need to get my head in the right space.
It didn't work very well for me, so I have a lot of high hopes for you.
I can definitely help with that.
She. Oh gosh, what was Siri? She'll do that stupid like push them on the bed thing, and then she'll be like, first things first. As she like traces her fingers down his chest,
Okay.
and she's like, first things first. You must tell me what this smell is on you. It's like a very specific. It's like a tobacco, but it's not normal.
He leans in close and he starts undoing his shirt and he says, I'll tell you, hun. It's the name. You said the name of the tobacco? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I like asked like, yeah, what kind of tobacco? Like, it smells different.
Yes, it's very different. It's very rare. It's from southern Virlinia. It's called Siga Sig.
Siga Sig.
One of my prior customers was smoking some today, and I haven't had a chance to breathe properly. In between, it's been very busy tonight, but Stan is a very popular guy around here. You picked a good one, Miss Siri.
Oh, I can tell why.
And he's kind of like flexing a little bit.
Oh God, ew, I hate it. I hate
Doing
that
that
so
guy
much.
thing.
She just smiles, but she hates it. Do you have any of it on you? I wouldn't mind. I personally don't smoke because, as you know, you don't want to ruin the one thing that you make money with. But I wouldn't mind if you did.
He says, "It's your thing to watch me smoke."
No, not to watch you, but to have that smell, more of that smell in the room.
He says, you like the ambiance, as it were. You want the whole sensory experience with Stan Swallows.
Exactly.
We can make that happen. No charge. You wait here. I'll come back with the tobacco.
Oh, no. I want you to get ready. Why don't you tell me where it is? I'll go pick up the tobacco. And you can, and she does like that whole look up and down. It's like, you just get ready for me.
He shakes his head no and says, customers are not allowed back there.
What do you mean?
Well,
I thought you were just going to go ask the other person that you just were with. Can't I just go ask them for a cigarette?
Do you mean the customer?
Yes. Well, isn't that who has the tobacco? I thought it was very specific.
Yes, but he's like looking out of there's a small window in the room. He's looking out the window and he's like, it's almost midnight. And that customer is long gone.
Oh. Darn.
I was just going to ask one of my other colleagues, see if she had.
Oh, was it the other one that the other person just took into the other? Darn.
He nods. Yes.
Wow.
Gina? Yes, Gina has her ways. She probably is keeping it in her boot or something.
Well, to be quite transparent. I was hoping to make it a threesome, which is why I was going to go get your other customer and see if they'd be willing to join in and have more of that smell and more fun. Darn. And she just kind of like sits and is like disappointed, makes like the sad puppy eye face, like.
So at this point, he's kind of like trying to rub your shoulders and console you. And it's at this point, Yobi, that Gina has returned with a cigarette.
Good, move on, as I could think what to do.
And she says, were you looking for this?
Okay, I sniff it. It's the same tobacco that I was investigating.
Megan, that's a nature check or an insight check?
Okay, so I'll roll a nature check.
Nature check? Okay.
11.
Yeah, I mean, this tobacco smells great, Yobi, but you're really not sure if it's the same tobacco from earlier. You did not get a good enough. It's hard to match with your senses, so all over the place at the moment.
Okay, got it. Okay, so I asked her, what is this tobacco called?
She says, "Oh, this tobacco. It's Sig. Ah,
Oh, I've heard of it. Yes, it's very interesting. This is some really good tobacco." And I light the cigarette, and I start asking her.
With what?
Oh, I don't have a lighter. Sorry, I'm a smoker. I assumed I had a lighter.
Wait, you have a lighter? And do you have a lighter?
I hoped I had a lighter. Oh,
In
like in
medieval
my
times,
inventory?
you had let's say there happens to be a candle in the room.
Yeah, or matches or something. Come on, I never thought about that. How do I?
Yeah, so Yobi sees there's some candles lit in the room for ambiance or whatever, and you can use the candles to light the cigarette.
And I tell her, tell me more about this tobacco. It's perfect.
She says, yeah, it's one of my customers' favorites.
Oh, which customer? I have to congratulate him on the choice. Like on
She says,
by roll up person.
You're so funny. You want to know the name of my customer who likes to smoke cigarettes? What are you, some kind of spy?
Say, oh no, none of the sorts. I'm a really big tobacco enthusiast, and I enjoy talking to people about it. And I try to do a persuasion where I slip her some coin, ask her again if she might give me the customer name.
Make a persuasion check then. You can do that with advantage since like the situation has been
advantage meaning rolling twice.
That means you roll twice and you take the better result.
Okay, the first one's 8, and the second one's at 22.
She says, "Oh, so my customer from earlier, his name is Kobayashi. He spends a lot of his time by the Beholder Fountain in Mariner Town. He just came by earlier to spend some time with my colleague Stan. So I don't know where he is right now, but you might want to check out the other part of Mariner Town."
Okay, can you say again where does he spend time?
It's near. He spends time near the Beholder Fountain.
Okay.
In Mariner Town, and Mariner Town is the same district where Zadesh, where the Black Arms is.
Okay. Oh, why, thank you very much. I will try and meet this gentleman and congratulate him on the choice. And then I slip her top off and I say, now, where were we?
Okay,
Since
so
we're here, I mean, come on.
So I'm going to return to Siri for now. Siri, how is this situation
I feel like
resolving?
Like, I think she is almost out of options, and so she's just gonna be like, well, will you make me a promise, Stan? If this friend of yours does return soon, and maybe if I'm downstairs performing or something like that, you'll let me know, and maybe see if he would want to do more than, want to do the three of us. And I think that's it. She'll just that's her that's like a last ditch effort.
He smiles and says, so signal you when we are ready for a party of 3. That's what you're saying.
Yes, if you'd be interested.
He says, well, go downstairs to the bartender's Zis, and if he still has one of those message cantrip scrolls, you'd be able to get in touch with me. I spend most of my time at the Black Arms upstairs and not downstairs, so I'm not always privy to what's going on.
Oh, I'm assuming that we're like on the bed and he's like massaging my shoulders or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I'll stand up and like go to the door, and like turn around to look at him and like cast a message cantrip at him, and I'll be like, I'll do just that, and then we'll do the thing, and I'll slip off my clothes and go back to the bed. Okay,
so
we're
everybody is
we're all enjoying ourselves. Yes.
Doing the dirty.
So while this is happening, Milo, Ash, what are we doing?
We're buying each other drinks.
Yeah, apparently they were drinking a lot.
What?
They've been gone for at least 30 minutes now.
So it's Ash. It's a gold per drink now. The prices are up because it's nighttime hour, so it's 1 gold per drink.
Okay.
But yes, you can absolutely buy some drinks.
I think we have two drinks so far, right? We bought each other around.
Yeah.
So down.
Yeah. 30 minutes.
I mean, I rolled an 18 performance check, so it's going well.
Very nice. All right. Yeah, I think Milo was just like keeping an eye on the half-orcs and like the bartender while he's drinking, and if Groovy's still playing, he's just grooving too.
Yeah. Groovy is still playing at the piano. It's like a lot of soul songs and love songs, and he's got a small little crowd going, kind of bobbing their heads along. Seems to be a nice evening in that part of the bar.
Hey Ash, what do you think they're doing up there?
That, I think they're doing a lot. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so
I kind of want another drink. Just
I like another one too. Yeah. Okay.
so
I'll
heavy
have one.
drinking. Sounds like some heavy drinking going on in the hour.
Oh,
Two
yeah.
of you are down there. So let's go back upstairs where it sounds like the customers have been served and the employees have ended their shift. So each of you kind of gets like a kiss on the cheek. And
Not sorry. I wanted when I made the access to do a quick follow-up question because I forgot the first time.
Okay.
To ask her, how do I recognize this Kobayashi person? Is he?
Kobayashi. Well, he's got really distinctive eyebrows. He's a half-orc, He usually wears a lightweight coat, blue coat, and he consorts with everybody really. But he seems to be friends with a lot of tieflings and other orcs and half-orcs.
Thank you very much for the description.
You're very welcome. And she says, I'm looking forward to seeing you again. What was your name again?
Oh, my name is. What was the new name I had? Armand something. Cousin Armando.
Armando.
Amigo
Oh,
Montoya.
okay.
Oh, okay, Montoya. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Good to see you. Come back soon. But not too
Oh,
soon.
I will. Because I rocked your world. Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Elena, your friend Barry kind of like rolls over, checks his gut, puts his pants back on, and he kind of spits in his hands and does his hair.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Means his hair. He's a barbarian after all.
Yeah.
And he says, wonderful, absolutely wonderful.
I know. Every time. That's what they all tell me.
Crystal, you're the one, baby. And he leaves the room.
All right. I'll put my clothes back on and just sort of leave.
Stan starts putting his clothes back on and says to you, Siri, well, I hope you find everything you're looking for here in the Black Arms.
Siri is like definitely already dressed before he's even starting to get dressed. And she's like, oh, I'm sure I will. And she'll like slip 2 more gold coins into his hand and like kisses him goodbye. She's like, I'll be in touch, hopefully. And then she leaves before he leaves.
As you leave, he says, he says, I'd like that. And he stays in the room as you depart. So at this point, Yobi, Siri, and Elena are back in the on the floor by the headmistress, who seems very pleased at the smiling faces, it looks like, on many of the customers.
I give Kitty the remaining 5.
She nods and says, "You are welcome every time."
Well, with a staff this wonderful, I mean, how could we say no?
She says, we do our best here at the Black Arms. You have a good evening, you 3.
You as well.
And the party slowly makes their way back downstairs.
Our friends are drunk.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Milo looks up. He's like, "Geez, Louise, you guys are glowing."
Wow. They are glowing.
What happened up there? Did you find out anything?
Well,
Yeah. Okay, so we share stories right now.
yeah.
Sorry.
No, Siri's like, well, Yobi stole a good time from me, so hopefully he got some information as well. But I got a possible promise to find the person, that if they come back. That's all I got, though.
Sorry about stealing your good time. It was indeed a
It's
good time.
alright.
But at least I found out that the person we're looking is a half-orc named Kobayashi, which spends time near the Holder Fountain in Mariner Town.
Oh, good.
So it's not the orc we thought it was.
It's not
I
one
can't
of
say
the
that.
guys. I mean, yeah, we don't know the name of the guys in the bar.
Could have a pseudonym. I thought his name was Forest Tree.
One of them was named Forrest, yes.
I got a quick question. Is the orc that stole my hat wearing the hat?
He's not.
Thank God.
Wanted to try and pour soup on him, but we can go.
Well, remember, it's still the same day, actually. It's not quite midnight yet. So.
Oh, okay, so it resets on the day. I thought it was a long rest. Okay.
Well, you don't know. It might reset at midnight. It might reset at dawn. It might reset at dusk. We don't know how the hat works. So you try it.
No, I don't. If he's
Or,
not wearing
you know,
the hat, I
detect
don't.
magic or something.
If he's not wearing the hat, I don't want to try it. But
You
do not
wanted
see
to say
any
the
orcs
magic
wearing
words.
hats.
You would want to see the magic words, right, and fill him up with soup.
yep, pour soup all over his head. He's not wearing it though. All right.
So, should we go to this fountain?
Yeah, sure. I miss my hood. I want to put it back.
As we exit, I want to wave goodbye to my friends and tell them I'll see them around.
Yeah. Which friends? Beth or the
Beth
tall
more
ladies?
subtly. Beth, I'll be
Okay.
like, hey, that's not very subtle at all. But and then Alyona and Oksana, I'll be like, ladies, I'm sure I'll see you around.
We hope so. And Alyona comes over and gives you almost like a bear hug.
Ah.
And Oksana leans over and gives you a kiss on both cheeks and says, "Olena, anytime. Bree you later."
Free you later.
Yeah. Okay, I'll leave.
Cool.
All right.
Siri is just gonna quickly, drop a silver into, what was his name? Coolio? What was his name? Dusty? The bard?
Groovy?
Groovy
Groovy.
Jam.
Groovy
Groovy.
Jams, the bard.
Yeah, she's just gonna wave as he's performing and then toss a silver into his tip container and then leave, just so that
Acknowledgement.
talent recognizes talent.
Yeah.
Pay your dues, kind of thing.
He gives you a wave and it says, "Can't wait to see you again."
Wave back.
All right. So the party is all exited the pub. It's almost midnight. What would you all like to do?
Go to the marina, to the fountain, the Holder Fountain.
Follow Elena. As we're walking, I'll be like, are we going to stick to the shadows? Or are we just going to look and see if we can just see this guy? Or what's the plan?
Oh, I'm not too good at sneaking around, so I think I'm just gonna mosey on around and see if I see anyone that fits the description that Iobi told us about.
Did anyone say sneaking? I love sneaking.
Well, do you want to go ahead of us, and then maybe I can message you to see how things are going every now and then?
Yeah, sure. That sounds like a plan.
Or, I mean, is it a crowded fountain? I mean, maybe we can just all go. I don't know. I've never been there.
Can we get to the proximity of the fountain and see if it's crowded or not?
Yeah, so it's almost midnight, and you walk to the area of town where there's a big stone statue of a beholder in a fountain. So there's some water kind of like surrounding it. It's a circular fountain. There's lots of well-to-do homes in the area and a bridge overhead that connects to other parts of this quadrant. It's eerily quiet in this part of town, and you don't really notice any noises other than people kind of snoring, and you can hear them out of their bedroom windows, and some animals kind of rummaging around in the trash. Overall, it's quite quiet back here.
We might have to come back in the daytime, everyone.
Yeah, I turned to Olena and I said, maybe the bartender can tell you who Kobayashi is. Maybe he was at the bar, because there was one work we haven't seen before.
Well, here's the thing. He won't tell me while he's working. He told me very specifically he does not give the name of, his customers
But
when
we
he's
already
at
have
work.
the name.
Oh, that's true.
We just ask him, hey, where can I find, where's Kobayashi? I want to talk to him.
Well, I'm thinking, maybe we come back here in the daytime. See if he hangs around here.
We can also check to see if I feel like we would have done that before we left. We would have looked at the group of orcs and been like, does any of them match Kobayashi's description?
None of them match Kobayashi's description.
Oh, okay.
And no one's out here smoking or anything in this area. It's like completely.
I mean, you'd have to tell me where you want to walk and what you're doing, and then we can make a perception check.
Oh, we're there. Okay.
Yeah, maybe just do like a little circle around the tents and see if I like pick up any scent of tobacco.
Mm-hmm. And maybe
the ones near the beholder fountain, or a different set?
The ones like, yeah, just around the beholder fountain in a circle, kind of.
All right, so I'm going to move you to the beholder fountain. So you're like checking the perimeter to see if there's any scents of tobacco?
Yeah, just like walking around and seeing if any of these tents, anyone's smoking in them or anything.
Make a perception check, please.
Okay.
And when Milo like starts walking off, I'm like, okay. And I'll turn to Yobi and be like, do you want to split off away from us to kind of do your own thing? Maybe sneak around on your own?
Yeah, okay. Sure, that sounds like a plan.
He really becomes a different person when he puts that hood back on.
I know. I don't know who was next to me in the room next to me, but very different person.
I was under disguise.
I rolled a 9. It looks like. Yeah. 9.
Milo, you did not detect any tobacco smoke around the perimeter, but you notice ashes on the ground, and it could be from any number of things. It could be from cigarettes. It could be from things that were burned in the area. It's hard to tell.
If I know this fountain and this area a little bit, do I know what kind of people would normally hang around here?
So I'm gonna type you in the chat, actually.
Okay.
Milo sort of drunkenly yells back to everyone. He's like, "Why in the heck would they have a statue to the beholder?"
Oh goodness! Like to the other two, to Ash and Olena, I'm like, maybe we should just take him home.
I'd like to go home. I'm also very tired. Drinking makes you tired.
Yeah, we should just go and sleep again, or
I'm just going to
something
do
else.
a run around the tents that aren't near the fountain, the ones that are like
Where?
around here. This area. Yeah.
So you're underneath the
I'm just gonna
bridge.
do, like-
You're underneath the bridge near a few sort of the trash heap.
Yeah. I'm just gonna walk around the trash heap and back to the other side.
And are you doing anything while you're having this walk?
Just looking buff. Seeing if I know anyone.
Can you make a perception check, please?
Sure. I can't look buff even if I tried. 16.
16. So you can definitely see, Olena, that the staircase that goes up to the walkway looks like it has recently been cleaned of litter, as if somebody had moved some of the trash out of the way to be able to walk on that bridge.
Okay. I'll give a little to my friends.
Oh, I'm headed over.
Siri will meander very slowly over, just kind of looking around into the shadows as she does so.
Okay.
It's pretty late at night.
And Yobi, what are you doing?
Well, I was thinking about sneaking around, like in the dark, and try to see if I notice someone noticing us, something like that.
Are you trying to hide?
Yeah,
Or trying to be stealthy?
stealthy.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Okay. 13.
Okay. Elena, it's at this moment you hear some animal noises, some scratching and like
smells
gnawing
like
of teeth
Okay.
coming from the direction of the ground beneath you.
Am I standing on like cobblestone?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay.
But there are pockets, there are some pockets of stones that are unturned. So there's some dirt floor as well.
I'm gonna hold my hands out, maybe take my axe out, and be like, "Anybody else hear that?"
Huh?
Do we hear it?
Yeah, all of you kind of hear some animal rumbling very close to you, sounding like it's coming from underground.
Oh God, it better not be cats.
I know. I swear to God. Here's the thing.
Or chickens.
Oh,
rats.
or rats. Oh, we really hate animals. And I'll share that, sometimes after bar fights and things might spill out into the streets here. So it's not like a nice part of town. We're like, there are definitely things here.
Siri is starting to be like, I'd really rather we'd come back when there's daylight.
Okay. Go.
Oh, go. Let's go.
Well, hold on, Yobi. What you can't? Oh, Yobi, you have to stand still. You can't be moving around.
Oh no, sorry, I was just
Everybody's
playing
doing
with
stuff.
my character. My bad.
All right.
You haven't told me the result of my stealth, if that worked or not.
The thing is, when you're trying to be stealthy, if somebody is trying to detect you, then I would know whether that person has detected you or not.
Ah,
That
okay,
doesn't
got it.
necessarily mean that you know. If
Okay,
somebody
got
has
it.
detected you.
Sorry about that.
Elena, you definitely hear the scratching and gnawing getting louder as these two claws kind of it looks like they're punching out of the ground, and a huge rat appears, about 2 feet tall, appears right in
Is he in a
front of you.
hood?
2 feet tall? Come on, what kind of rat?
That's the worst thing I've ever heard.
Vicious. Yes.
On the bridge, 2 additional rats appear, and behind the pink, diseased-looking rat that's standing in front of you, 2 additional rats appear behind it.
Milo
They
cast
look
speak with
very
animals.
angry and ready to attack. What do you all do?
I cast speak with animals.
I might speak common.
Siri backs up over here.
I growl.
If I'm allowed to.
You're allowed to. Yeah, whatever your movement is. So Milo, you're casting your spell. Milo, what are you going to say?
I'm gonna say, "Oh, hail and well met, rat friends. How are you doing?"
Squeak.
Yeah,
Squeak,
so
squeak,
you hear them like
squeak,
squeaking back at you, and it sounds like they're saying, "We're hungry
I'm here to kill you.
and angry."
Oh, I know the feeling. Perhaps I can point you in a direction of somewhere to get some food.
Some soup.
We already know it's you stumpy people. And the front rat raises its arms and it looks like it's about to strike Olena. I'd like everybody to please roll initiative.
My lady.
He's 2 feet tall. I just step on him. Okay. Sorry. That
Can
didn't
I
work
say I
out.
moved myself closer to the rat when I was talking to him, or no?
At this point, no.
Okay. All right. So just roll
Okay,
initiative.
here we fucking go, people. New
Here we go. I got it.
Okay.
So exciting.
I had a 22.
Ooh, I rolled a natural 20.
I rolled a natural 1.
Counter disappeared. Oh, there it is again. Okay. We're struggling.
Little lesson be learned. You can't bargain with rats, so.
I feel like we knew that
Right.
going into this.
Well, I was trying to avoid a scrap with a rat. I would have.
That's crap.
That's fair. That's crap.
You tried. Yeah, you needed to persuade at a much higher level.
Let's learn about my new abilities in combat.
I'm excited.
I should also add that the entire party notices that some of these rats look much more maniacal with red eyes and pink discoloration all over their face and body. Elena, since you're closest, could you make a medicine check, please?
Oh, not rabbit, rats.
Medicine check. 3.
3. You think that this pink discoloration is something bad, but you're not sure what.
Good. Great. Good to know. I'll say, oh God, I hate the color pink. That's a lie. I love the color pink.
Okay. Yobi, you're currently hiding, so it's up to you whether you want to continue hiding or not, but you go first.
Well, I guess
You're
you're
currently being
fighting,
stealthy.
guys, right? So finally I get to kill something. So I sneak attack on this bad boy over here.
What's your
I
move?
sneak attack with my short bow, which I have 18 range, so I'm gonna hit it. Attack roll 16.
That hits.
Great. So now the first damage is 6.
Okay. So tell us where you're aiming at this rat, and where it's.
I'm aiming for the head.
Your arrow slips through the air and slams directly into the temple of this rat, so it's like bleeding over its red eyes. It's almost like it's got a red mask based on how much blood is gushing out of its head.
Yeah, for sneak attack I get another 2 damage. So 6 and 2.
So this rat is bleeding all over the place, right in front of Olena, who just cleaned herself up today. Is that the end of your turn, Yobi, or do you have movement, or what do you want to do?
Okay, and I move diagonally for a better look, to be in range with all the rats.
Okay. So that's the end of your turn then?
Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Milo, you are next.
I'm gonna move up while talking to the rats and just be like, gosh darn it, now I gotta kill y'all. And then I'm gonna take a swing at that rat that's right in front of Elena. That's already
Okay, go for it.
bloody. So 14 plus 4 is 18.
That hits. And whatever you do, it's going to die because it only has 1 hit point. So tell us how you kill this rat.
I'll just kick it. Just kick it away from us.
Okay, so this pink-looking rat is like squealing in horror, and then kind of as you kick it, its body starts to crumple up, and all 4 of its legs are like straight up in the air. As Olena now sees a dead rat right in front of her. Milo, do you still have action, movement?
Yeah, I'm also gonna... No, that's it. That's my turn.
Next up is Olena. Olena, what would you like to do?
I'd like to rage. And I'm going to move up to this little rat here. And tee up like I'm playing golf with my great axe. And hit the rat. 11 to hit? Ooh.
11 does not hit.
Well, that's okay because
It was
when I
very
rage,
close.
I can use my bonus action to still inflict damage because he is within 10 feet of me, and
No!
there's lightning crackling on the ground, and you're like, wow, she's so powerful. And I'm like, yeah, and I rolled a 6 for damage, so he gets blasted with some lightning damage.
All right, and you can—it's like you can see the bones and then the internal skeleton of this rat as the lightning kind of crackles and goes through its body. It's definitely very, very hurt.
Amazing.
So that's the end of your turn. Next up is rat number 3, is currently on the bridge. So this rat that's on the bridge sees all of you. It is going to use its movement to crawl back underground for the moment and go somewhere, perhaps. And that's the end of its turn. Next up, Siri.
Okay. Siri clocks how quickly her companions took down that first one. So she's just gonna look up to the mutated one up here. I was not on the selector. This guy. I'm just gonna cast Vicious Mockery and be like, "You think you're hungry? We're gonna chop you up and turn you into Ratatouille." Now to make a Wisdom save.
Ratatouille. That's a 15.
Okay, they save. Nothing happens, but... Wait, do they take half? No, it's because it's a cantrip. Nothing happens, and Siri is just like, guess you weren't that hungry after all. And that's all she's gonna do. She's just gonna kind of move this way.
Next up is rat number 2. Number 2 is right in front of Olena. Olena, the rat that you just struck is going to try to gnaw you with its big black teeth. That is a 12. I think it's gonna miss.
That misses! I just laughed at it.
It tries to bite you and it fails. It's biting at air. That is the end of its turn. Gonna go to the next rat, which is behind him. This rat is gonna move forward and stand next to his buddy, and also try to bite it. Olena. And he got a 9 to hit, which I bet misses.
No.
So 2 rats in front of you, both biting at air, both missing. So that's the end of that guy's turn. The last rat is dead. So we now go to Ash.
Okay. I am going to cast Sacred Flame at this guy. So he
Okay, go
needs to
for it.
he makes a dex saving throw.
Dex save?
DC 13.
It's an 11.
Okay. It works. My radiance like descends from the sky. It's like
Whoa.
and then it's like 4 whole points of damage for this guy. Yeah. Pretty
What kind of damage? Radiant? Fire?
Radiant damage.
You want to tell us how you kill this rat? He's dead.
I just like raise my fist up to the sky, and then like the radiance descends, and it looks like white flame, and then just disintegrates him.
Right. And is that the end of your turn, or you have movement?
That is the end of my turn. Yeah.
The last rat to act is the one that is on the bridge, and it is going to crawl back into a hole for the moment. That's the end of the first round. At the top of the next round, you can see 1 rat diagonally from you, Olena, and the first person to act is Yobi.
So I sneak attack again on the remaining rat using my short bow. Oh, that's a 7 to hit.
Because I'm there, he gets sneak.
And Olena is there, and I can hit him with sneak attack over and over again.
Oh, okay.
Once per turn, but yeah.
Yeah, if
Per turn.
Yeah, one.
Okay, so it's this rat right here.
Yeah, exactly. The only
Okay.
one remaining.
What'd you get?
I got a 7 on the to hit.
That's gonna miss. So your
Ah.
arrow kind of goes through the air and lands on the ground behind the rat. The miss.
Too bad. Lucky
Yeah,
rat.
It sort of dodges out of the way as it waves its whiskers around in the night air.
Okay, I guess that's my turn.
Next to act is Milo. Milo, what would you like to do?
Waddle on over to the rat and hack at him.
Okay, go for it.
A 20 to hit.
Milo, that's gonna hit.
Okay. 9 damage.
Milo, you're gonna kill this rat in 1 hit, so tell us how you do it.
I think it's just 3 damage actually, since I'm.
Oh, 3 damage? I take that back what I said. Tell us where you're aiming on this rat.
Oh wait. 3 plus 2, so 5 damage.
This rat is still alive. Tell us how you hit it.
Smack it and say, "We're gonna kill you all if you don't give up." I recommend giving up and just scurrying on back home.
It understands you, and it's going to ignore you and keep trying to bite it.
Okay.
I think that's the end of your turn.
Yep.
Okay, Olena, you're up next.
You're not even gonna have time to run. I'll hit it with my axe. 17 plus 5 to hit.
That's a hit.
Let me get my dice. That's not the right one. 6 plus 3, so 9 points of damage.
Olena, tell us how you murder this rat.
I tee up again like I'm playing golf. I just sort of whack it. And then my thunder and lightning just sort of crackles around me since it doesn't see anyone to hit.
There are now 3 rat carcasses all surrounding you, Olena. Legs up. One of them is burnt to a crisp.
That's it.
That's it.
Actually, I'm going to move towards the stairs to go up to the bridge.
Okay, go for it.
There we go. I'm just going to stand at the bottom of the stairs.
It's this rat's turn to act. So there was a rat that had disappeared for a moment. Milo, you can hear some scratching on the ground behind you. And a rat that had disappeared earlier has now reappeared about 10 feet away from you, Milo.
Oh boy.
It's going to move forward. And this actually, oh, wait a minute. Olena, what are you doing there? This rat is actually going to come out of the ground where Olena is standing. So it's going to bite at you, Olena. I didn't
That's fine.
realize you're on the same square. So it's gonna like come up from the ground and
Ah!
like bite at you.
Okay.
Yikes. That is an 18 to hit. I think that hits, Elena.
That hits. Yeah.
That's gonna do 7 points of piercing
Wow,
damage.
that's a hefty rat.
So this rat looks a little bit stronger than the other rats that you had seen earlier. That's the end of its turn. I'm just gonna make it visible on the screen. And Siri, it's now your turn to act.
She is gonna cast Vicious Mockery again and say, "You sure you're right? Because you look more like a mouse."
The same one to the one that just hit Siri. I'm the one that just hit Elena.
Yes.
Okay. So that's a wisdom,
Wisdom
and that
save.
is a 12.
Fails.
Ah!
2 damage.
Okay, so it does some psychic damage. Okay, huh?
And she's like, "I would sing, but I think you've all got this. I'm gonna save my voice if that's alright. My throat's done
yeah,
enough
sure,
work
sure.
tonight."
And it's looking like you're moving slightly forward towards the ladder, the bridge.
I'm glad someone cut me off when I said what I said last, but yes, I'm just gonna move a little bit this way.
Okay. That's the end of your turn. Next up, you did not kill this rat. So, Yobi, you hear some rumbling underneath the ground and coming from the fountain as well. And it's not clear if you've seen these rats before. However, 2 rats start crawling out of the ground next to you. And they both have red eyes and a pinkish look about their skin.
Ouch.
Both of these rats that just crawled out of the ground are going to attack. The first one gets a 16. The second one gets a 15. Do either of them hit?
Do I have a dexterity save?
What's your armor class?
Yeah, 14 armor class.
14 armor class, so they're both going to hit. And it's a total of 11 piercing damage.
Ouch.
So
Oh, I
both these
see.
rats are like biting at you massively. I need you also to make a constitution save. Because it looks like these rats are poisonous or diseased.
Whoa, lucky me, I got a 19.
19. Okay, so you seem to be unaffected by whatever poison or disease these rats are carrying, but they definitely bit you, and you're bleeding from some of the wounds from your legs.
Okay, so 11 damage, right? So I'm left with 3 HP.
3? Okay. I think that's your character. It's the end of the turn for these 2 rats. Ash, it's now your turn to act. You're kind of in between the Beholder Fountain and the staircase at the moment. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna yell to the rats, "Stay away from Victor!" And then, sorry, not Victor. I'm sorry. Yobi, stay away from Yobi. And then
Who's Victor?
Who the hell is Victor?
No, I'm drunk. I have. But then I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame at this. Yeah,
Dex save?
13 DC dex.
He got a 7.
Okay, cool. 5 damage.
Nice.
And for my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Healing Word at
Mhm.
Yobi, and that is how much? 6 points of healing.
Ooh, nice.
You're back at 9, right?
Yep.
Is that the end of your turn, Ash?
Yes, that's the end of my turn.
We're going to go back to the start of the turn order, and Yobi, I believe that's you.
Yep. So I'm not attacking on any advantage, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm just gonna attack the guy in front of me, the one that bit me.
Okay.
With my short sword this time, because he's close. I got an 8.
An 8's going to miss.
Oh man.
You swing with your sword, and this rat is too dodgy. He's able to avoid your swings by lurching to the left.
Ah.
Do you have a dagger as well?
I do, but I can do 2-weapon fighting if I were to choose only daggers.
I thought you could do a short sword and a dagger.
I'm not sure, Matt. I thought I only can do the 2 daggers.
Oh, well,
As
short
long-
sword
as
is
long as
also a
it's-
melee weapon.
Yeah, as long as it's a one-handed weapon, you can carry one in each hand.
Ah, okay. So now I can do the dagger also, right?
Yeah, so now you have one short sword in one hand, one dagger in the other.
Yeah, so I have a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and the damage. 5.
5. Yobi, tell us how you murder this rat.
Oh, I take my dagger and I put my foot over his tail so he cannot run, and I stab him right in his head with my dagger, like vertically, my fist.
All right. And it's like it's bleeding out from the wound in its skull.
Dag the damn rat.
All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I guess so.
Next in the order is Milo. Milo, you see a rat next to Olena about 10 feet away from you. This rat looks much stronger than the other rats.
Alrighty. Milo says to himself, gee whiz, that guy can sure kill a rat. And he just moves right next to Elena and takes a swing at the rat again.
Go for it.
Looks like 15.
15 hits.
Cool. And then I'm gonna smite him too.
Okay.
Okay, so 10 one-handed damage. 3 extra damage on top of that 10.
That's enough. Can you tell us how you are murdering this rat?
Just smack him and then turn on the holiness of my weapon and kind of just dissolves him away like ash. Just like
There's a pile of rat ash now in front of you. All right. Is that the end of your turn? Or are you gonna keep moving? What are you doing?
So yeah, I moved 5 feet, so I got 20 feet left. I'm just gonna start waddling over towards
Yobi.
Mm-hmm.
Yobi, who's currently diagonally from a pink rat. So that's the end of your turn. Olena, you are next to act.
Okay. Don't know why I said that so badly. But here we go. I can make it to right here. I'm going to bonus action. I can't strike that rat because okay. Yeah, I'm not going to use my action to get up close to it. I'm going to bonus action zap it with my lightning. Because I can do that. But then I'm going to I don't know if I can lose my rage.
Yeah,
if I zap it.
I think you can use the bonus action to remove your rage.
Well, I'm going to use the bonus action to zap it with the thunder. 6 points of damage.
Oh, there's no saving throw?
I know. Oh, there is a saving throw. Yes, he has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity? That's a 13. 13.
He makes it, I think. Wait, let me just check. Yeah, it's 12.
And
half damage based on success, so he takes 30 points of damage.
Yeah, so it jumps up as it tries to avoid you, but you singed it with lightning on its forepaws and its stomach, and it stumbles backwards as it slams on the ground.
Because I attacked it, but not physically, do I keep my rage? Because if I don't attack anything on a turn, I lose my rage. But
this counts as an attack.
Okay, so then I will just stand there and snarl at it. Ah!
In
That's
rage.
not a snarl, but yeah.
All right, Siri, it's your turn to act.
Siri, surprised by the two that just popped out and attacked Yobi, will be like, oh no! And she'll attempt to take out her longsword again and drag it behind her and just take a wild swing at the one on the fountain. She's like, ah! 11 to hit.
Get really close to this animal.
Yeah, I'm just like,
And it dodges. You're about to hit its paws, and it dodges right in time. Just paws out of the way.
Bonus action.
Sorry, Mr. Rat, I didn't want to.
Bonus action, I'll just kind of shrug and look at Olena and be like, oops, maybe you can do it? And I'll cast Healing Word on Olena.
Healing Word on Olena, okay.
For 5.
Oh, wow.
All right, so you're back at 22.
30.
So I got you as 30 now on the screen.
Okay, thank you.
All right, so this pink rat is going to continue. It was struck by Yobi, Olena, and Siri, and it's going to continue its attack on Yobi. That is a 10 that's going to miss.
Oh, my God.
But Yobi, is at this point that you're noticing some additional rumbling coming from the fountain. That is the end of this rat's turn. Ash,
They're beholden.
you are next.
I'm going to cast attack that guy. It was Sacred.
Sacred Flame.
Yeah.
And it's a
13.
on dexterity.
Yes.
You got a 13.
Okay. Dang it. Don't.
Dexterity's pretty good.
Yeah. Yell at him. Can't evade me.
It squeaks back in your general directions. Its tail is curled up, like pointing at you.
Do I know what it said?
Yeah, you know it's saying, "Don't do that."
Oh, geez, that's not down. Oh, okay.
I also will just like move right here closer to everyone, and that'll be my turn.
And at this moment, the rumbling gets even louder, and 2 additional rats appear on the screen. 2 additional rats appear on the scene
What's a screen?
in front of you. One coming out from one of the from one of the arms of the beholder in the fountain, and the other rat is right next to you, Yobi.
Oh,
And that's
this
the rat
entire
that's gonna
city,
try to attack you first.
God
entire
damn it.
city is infected.
Not one. That rat tries to strike at you, Yobi, and it just lands its paw right on the floor. However, this other rat is going to move forward, jump out of the fountain, and try to bite at you, Yobi.
Come at me, bro.
That's a 12? That hit? It's
How
gonna
do
miss.
I know?
Based on your armor class.
Oh, so you just have to roll more than my armor class?
I have to roll your armor class or better to hit you.
I have a 14, so you
Yeah.
missed.
So this rat, this new rat that's appeared, has tried to strike you with its claws, and it misses.
Got it.
That's the end of its turn. We're going to go to the top of the next round. Yobi, you're first to act. You're surrounded by
Okay.
3 rats.
So, walking speed is available each turn, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I move diagonally.
Well, so
If
if you
you
move
move-
away, you trigger
Yeah.
something called an opportunity attack, where every enemy adjacent to you gets to attack you.
Ah, okay.
But
I thought
rogues,
only I had that.
Oh, go
but
ahead.
rogues can bonus action disengage, and you can avoid getting hit.
Let me see. But for me, my bonus action is to weapon fighting, and I have cunning action. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns to take dash, disengage, or hide action.
Exactly.
Huh.
That's what that is. Yeah.
Okay, so I can dash, right?
You can dash, but you'll still get the opportunity attack, or you can disengage and not get hit.
Ah, okay. So if I disengage, do I have to re-engage, or I can just attack back after?
If you disengage, then you won't get hit. You get to move. You use your movement to get away, and then you can fire your weapon.
Oh, great. So I disengage then.
You just don't get your second attack.
Because disengage is your bonus action, I guess.
So I don't get an attack after that?
No, you get one attack. Just
You get
one.
Well, yeah, but it's enough because I can use sneak attack, right? Because we have. I mean, I have someone in 5 feet of the rat. So. Okay, so I use
Only
disengage.
if you.
Only one of them.
Only this
Yeah,
one.
only
has-
this one.
yeah.
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 Exactly.
Yeah, only the one
Okay.
next to Serenity right now.
Yeah.
Siri.
Yeah. So,
So go ahead and disengage and move your
I
character.
disengaged. I moved, and now I sneak attack on this bad boy
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
with my short bow. 19.
That's a hit. Tell us how much damage.
Okay, so first is a 5, and an additional
Yeah.
4 from the.
If that's you kill this rat. Tell us how you kill it.
Oh, I throw a piercing arrow right through his eye that goes through his skull and comes out from the behind, and he falls back in a desperate squeak, like "Wah!" and falls in the water.
It falls in the water. Okay, fine. All right. Is that the end of your turn?
Yep.
All right. You're kind of clearing the board, everybody. We're going to go to Milo next. Milo, you see 2 rats still alive. One in the fountain and one right next to him.
Okay. Go right up to the 2. And then I think I'm going to swing at the mutated one, or the
Okay.
poison one.
Go for it.
Ooh, 11. I don't know if
11's
that-
not enough. You swing and the rat is can sense your approach, and it dodges out of the way as you try to hit it with your axe.
Okay. And then, yeah, I'll just stand there. because I can't really do anything else.
Milo, it's also at this moment that you hear some noises coming from one of the buildings nearby. It doesn't sound like animals, but it does sound like there is a presence somewhere close to you.
Someone's coming. I just yell out. And that's my turn.
Okay, Helena, your next act.
I'm going to skirt around also to the diseased one. Hit it with my axe.
Okay.
I don't hit it. I rolled a 2 plus 5 is 7. So I'm going to try and zap it. So it has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity save. He got a 4.
Oh, he failed. So he takes 3 points of damage.
3 points of damage. Yikes.
Yeah.
He managed to send some of the fur off his back.
I hope it is cauterizing your weird wounds, man.
Are you raging?
I am raging.
Did you add your rage bonus to that to that hit?
I don't think I get to because it's like it is a part of my rage.
She used her aura attack. Yeah. Is that separate from the rage? Rage is only with the melee.
Yeah. I think it's like it's a bonus to the rage basically. You gain 10-foot aura effect. Bonus action each of your turns. Lightning damage. And I'm gonna look around. Not that I can take an action to this, but look around and see if I also hear the movement or see any movement.
You do. So after Milo said, like, something is here, you also detect the presence of an additional being around you, but you're not sure what direction.
Okay. That's it.
Siri, your next act. Bunch of dead rats in front of you, 2 more left alive. That you can, so for now.
Nah, my friend's got it. I'm gonna back off. Can I use my action to like try to make a perception or investigation check for for this other presence? Like looking around, like where, what's going on?
I'll let you do that, yes.
I'll go around the fountain. I'm gonna jump up like on the side of the fountain, try to get some. What do you want me to do? Investigation or perception?
It's perception.
Okay. Oh, not good. 7.
You think that you also can detect something in the area, but no idea what direction, no idea what size or what it is.
And that's my action, right? So
you can still bonus action.
I don't know what it is yet. I'm too. It might just
give
be
you 5
nothing.
seconds. 5, 3.
I'm just not gonna do anything because I don't know if it's gonna be anything bad or not.
Ash, it's your turn to act.
Okay. I am also gonna do a perception check to like see if I can what's going on. I'm shifting, so I get advantage on wisdom.
So you're shifting. Can you describe to everybody what it looks like when you shift?
Oh, yeah, I look like a beagle. Like that's like the face structure is like my face becomes elongated like a snout. I like become more hairier and like my hands turn more into like paws, and I try to look more menacing, but I really just look like a beagle that's like harmless. My ears like also get like a little bit bigger and floppier. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so I am gonna do that. I'm gonna roll. Oh, that's bad. Okay, I got a 15.
Ash, you're detecting something in the general direction north of the Beholder Fountain. Okay. There's something here. Could be underground, it could be on the ground, but it's something coming from north of where you're standing, north of where the fountain is.
Okay. We're gonna stay with me. I'm gonna yell, something's happening to the north, guys. And doing an ability check is that's a free action, right? Or is that...
Sometimes it's the main action, but tell me what it is you want to do.
Oh, I just wanted to use action to like say find this guy. But if that's too much, that's fine.
Just to be consistent, because Shiri was doing something similar. Now we'll call the check as an action.
Okay.
And does that mean you took your bonus action already?
Me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had. The only thing I did was the perception.
Okay.
So that would be. Yeah.
Shifting.
And the shifting is doesn't count.
I did that before we started battle. Like as soon as Milo heard
okay.
scratch noise, I had shifted. So. I'm
Okay.
there for like 10 rounds.
For 10 rounds, the shifting is in effect.
Yeah, 1 minute.
1 minute. Okay.
Yeah.
It's at this point that the rat that is directly in front of Milo takes a strike at Milo. And a nat 20.
Yeah, that is.
So he gets advantage on his roll. That's why I rolled twice. Nat 20 hits, and that will do 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
4 plus 2 is 6. 6 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
That's the end of its turn. His rat buddy with the pink skin next to him is also going to bite at you, Milo. And that is a 20, which will hit for 6 points of piercing damage. And you need to make a Constitution save because it's the pink rat that just struck you.
Okay. 7. Lovely.
7 means you are struck with a deadly disease, a deadly rat disease.
You have the Black Plague.
So, what's supposed to happen is your hit point maximum is decreased by 3 until you cure this disease.
Okay. But that doesn't add additional damage, or does it add additional? So do I take...
It doesn't add additional
Okay.
damage. Like you're still
It's just rather than 22, it's 19 now for my...
Yeah. You can't heal all the way to your true max. You can only heal all the way up to -3, your true max.
Okay.
That's the end of this rat's turn. Although, Milo, you do notice again, you're hearing something from the shadows.
Quick question. Can I do sneak attack on my 2-weapon fighting?
Only one of the weapons.
So I do get 2 attacks and 1 with the bonus damage.
Yeah.
Okay, still better than 1 attack. So I'll do that on this one with using my daggers.
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, so to hit, first one is 9.
That's gonna miss. The arrow lands directly in the water of the fountain.
Okay, and the second one is a 15.
That one's gonna hit.
Okay, first damage. Ooh, a 7.
Yobi, that's enough. Tell us how you murdered this rat.
Okay, so since it was a dagger throw,
Dagger, yeah.
yeah, I just, well, I'm at this point, I'm bored of fighting rats, so I just angrily throw this dagger through the mouse, and it pierces, and it's still going with the mouse attached, and it gets in how do you say it? It sticks in the dirt behind the fountain, and the mouse is in it.
Yikes! That was a bloody death. Do you still have any movement or bonus action?
Okay, I would use my bonus action to hide since I have this.
Okay, where though?
Oh, okay,
You're
so
out in the open.
Oh yeah, you're right. I cannot move. Okay, so that's the end of my turn.
All right.
Also, you use your 2-weapon fighting, right?
Oh yeah, and they're both bonus, so I cannot do 2 bonus.
Okay.
Bonus. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Thanks, Hart. Okay, so that's the end of your turn. We go to Milo next. Milo has just been bit.
I'm just gonna lay on hands myself to get rid of this disease.
Aha. Okay.
I feel like crap. Oh my god! And I just like kind of hold my chest and sweet. I have 15 now. All right, and that's my action. As a bonus action, I'm actually gonna do nothing. That's my action. My turn.
Okay. Next to act is Olena. There's one rat left, standing right next to you.
Die! 18 plus 5 to hit.
That hits.
Nice. Okay, 7 plus...
7's enough.
3 plus 2. Okay. I always forget to add my bonus damage, so Kari, thank you for that reminder last time. Okay.
Olena, tell us how you kill this rat.
Yeah, I might just chop its head off. You know, casual. Looks like you've been caught in a trap. Ah! And, you know, it's dead.
So, decapitated rat sitting at your feet. The blood is like gushing out of its out of its corpse. Some of it is landing in the
Pick my dress
beholder.
up a little bit. I'm like, ugh.
Some of it is landing in the beholder fountain. And you can see, even though it's late at night, those of you with dark vision can see that there's some like red mixing with the water in the beholder fountain. It's at this moment, Elena, that you can smell some tobacco smoke coming from 10 feet to the north of you, very, very close to you.
Nice. I will whisper back to my
And a
friend.
character steps out of the shadows.
Oh, he's so sexy.
This is a new guy.
And he says, "Found you."
You've been looking for me, baby? I've been looking for you.
This might be a good time for us to take a short break. It's gonna allow me also to add up all the experience points, and I'll hit you with that and just describe this character and everything after we come back from the break. So
Great work so far, everyone.
An eventful day.
Yeah, I know.
It's still the same day.
Yeah.
We need to find
Till midnight.
somewhere to, like, live.
Yeah, you're an expert. We're technically homeless right now, so.
Yeah, because, like, what are we going to do? Go back to the farmhouse again?
Yeah, that was what I was going to say. We can squat there. It had enough beds.
That's true.
Siri does not like that idea.
And we
Gotta-
get mail there, so.
We do certainly get mail there. That's maybe not a good thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we could stay at the orphanage or something afterwards. I didn't want to at first, but now we've been homeless for 2
Does
days.
that seem crowded? Not sure if Matt would let us go there.
I don't know. We could.
I mean, when you had gone there earlier, it looked fairly crowded at the orphanage.
Oh.
So
we
yeah,
can
what I
find a wealthy benefactor in town who will let us sleep at their place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's get this guy's money back and then we can squat in his house.
His place was like super small too, though, right? It was
Yeah,
like,
we already
like
asked
a.
him.
Yeah,
there's
and
no
he had
room
no
for
furniture.
guests, and he has no furniture.
Yeah, so the farm it is.
Yeah, for now.
All right, everybody, go ahead and add 120 experience points for the battle and for the role playing at the Black Arms.
How much of that is strictly for the sex they had?
There's so many answers I could give.
Sorry, what did you say? 120?
120.
120.
Appearing before you is a half-orc young man with pale gray skin. His jaw kind of juts out a little bit. He's got two prominent lower teeth looking jagged and misshapen, jet black hair, kind of mussed up, combed a little bit to the right, and a deeply furrowed brow, dark, almond-shaped eyes. Elena, you're closest to him. You get the feeling that he would be much more handsome, except the lines on his forehead tell a story of woe that looks much older than he actually is. He's wearing a light blue leather coat and fingerless gloves. One of his boots looks like it's taken too much of the day's rain from earlier, and the fabric is fraying and sad on the bottom hem of his coat. You're watching as he tucks in his tight, collarless black shirt over his tense frame, and as he's kind of tucking his shirt, Elena, you notice, Elena, you're a little surprised to see that he's carrying no obvious weapons. He looks you up and down, a little flustered, a little angry, like he's ready for a fight, but he's holding himself back. And he breathes in deep as you see him stub the last bit of a cigarette. Oi, listen to me. I know what I did ain't good. It's just not. But I didn't do it for nothing. Come with me and I'll show you. No tricks, I promise. I'll even tell you where we're going now. The Shepherd's Promise. It's an orphanage in Lambtown.
Is it our orphanage?
Yeah.
Yes,
Then
we know.
stares at all of
We know
you very intently, kind of eyeing you up and down.
I've heard of, yes, we were there the other day donating goods to the gods. Show us. And I'll put my axe away, but I'll crack my knuckles.
Okay.
Do we believe him?
You want to make an insight check?
Kind of.
Go ahead, Siri. Make an insight check.
22.
Siri gets the sense that he's telling a desperate truth.
Okay.
I rolled 17 for insight. Do I just do the same thing? Do I get less?
You pick up kind of the same thing that Siri picks up.
Okay.
I kind of shrug. I'm like, Olena's already leading the way, so I just shrug at Ash because I know Ash the best. I'm like, okay.
I guess.
Milo just starts walking towards it, like he owns the place again.
Towards where?
Towards the orphanage, because he knows where it is.
Okay.
I don't know if he knows how to get there, so he might get lost.
Yeah. So you all start.
Different
You all start making your way towards the orphanage relatively silently. As you get closer to this young man, you can smell from his like sweat and aroma that the cigarette stench is kind of like in his hair. It's on his clothes. It's quite obvious that this is the man that you've been looking for.
Siri says, "You definitely still smell like Stan."
You say this?
Mm-hmm.
I just asked for his name to be sure.
No, Stan was the person that I slept with.
I know. I know. I would just ask this guy for his name to be sure.
This young half-orc looks at you and says, "My Stan."
Oh, that's so cute.
Well,
Our Stan.
I sort of suggested to Stan earlier in case there might be opportunity for a sharing to happen later. But let's go to the orphanage.
Yeah, that Stan does like to share. He kind of winks at you, like there's another story he could tell, but he's holding himself back from telling you.
So he looks a little ragged, but he can afford this high class prostitute and also this really expensive tobacco. Well, it might not be expensive, but it's certainly illegal or rare. Interesting. I don't say that, but I am a little...
You're thinking that. You're like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It only takes you about 10 minutes to walk all the way from Mariner Town to Lamb Town, to the central square of Lamb Town. And you see the creaky wooden boards of the Shepherd's Respite. The walls are still as cracked as they were yesterday. The chimney is not emitting any smoke. You know, it's summertime. There's no need for the chimney in the summer. You see it standing there. From the inside, you can hear some babies crying, but no noises from adults. The atmosphere feels a little empty and dystopian. This young man walking with you says, "Here we are." He's just kind of looking at all of you.
And?
We've been here. Milo is also a benefactor.
Yeah, so tell me, Kobayashi, what the heck did you steal from someone who needs it just as bad as these kids do? One evil doesn't justify another. Oh, jeez, I got Brooklyn again.
He looks at you, Milo, and says, "Don't know about that." He looks over at the windows that don't look so good from the Shepherd's Respite, and his gaze gets more inward and sad. Haven't given them the money yet. I was hesitating. I was scared Rangarim was going to ask questions about how I got it. If you want it, you can have it. It's in a break in the wall on the ground floor going inside. But I grew up here. Rangarim, his wife, they did everything they could. It was hell. I only left a few years ago, and here I am on the streets. He cracks his knuckles. You can see his gloves are quite old and falling apart. They're patched up, but you know his knuckles are looking limber. He looks down at the ground, then looks up at you, Milo, and says, "It's money. You could change their lives, you know. Winter is not so many months away. Some of them will freeze. Some of them might die. Some of my friends already did. So do what you will. Just know the kids that are there don't deserve the fate."
Nobody deserves the fate that they've been handed, my friend.
And surely you are condemning another child to death to save these.
He nods at you, Siri, and he grabs a cigarette from his inside pocket, lights it, with looks like to be a cantrip of some kind. With a snap of his fingers, the cigarette is lit, and he inhales deeply.
Those will kill you, you know.
He says, "The Whitner could have killed me as well, and I'm still standing."
Well, and Siri will look around the rest of the group if they have anything else. If not, she's going to suggest something.
Milo's just fuming right now.
Okay. Well, what of this? That money belongs to a man and his dying daughter, not to this orphanage. But I don't see anything wrong with maybe gathering some funds from others who may be able to, who won't miss it as much.
My darling Siri, are you suggesting a heist?
I'm suggesting maybe teaching our new friend here how to punch up appropriately.
Goodness, Robin Hood who? I am in, baby.
This is my favorite thing to do.
Kobayashi starts smiling, and he says, "That's a good idea. I'm worth more to these kids alive than if I were to see the four walls of a prison." He starts walking towards the front door of the orphanage. Shall we go in?
I'm nervous.
Siri's nodding. She wants to make sure that, like, how he's received at the orphanage will prove that he was, like, from it, you know? So Siri's like, yes, let's go.
I mean, Siri, you can tell that the way that he's standing, he looks very confident about his position. If you want, you can make an insight check if you're trying to figure out, is he lying in some way.
I think if we go in, then she'll know whether he's lying or not. So she's like, yeah, let's go.
Milo doesn't want to, like, take his eyes off this guy. So he's just, like, staring at him and just gestures for him to walk in first. He doesn't even let him hold the door open for him.
Yobi's just growling and playing with his dagger because he doesn't like the orc. And he's like,
okay. Ash, where are you?
I'd like to be second to last.
Second?
Yeah.
Second to last. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's Milo, Siri, Yobi, Ash, Olena. So Milo's gonna just open the door before Kobayashi gets a chance to.
Yeah, he's just gonna make sure he goes in first, and, like, whoever wants to go in.
So as you kind of edge yourself by, you notice this fellow is like 2 foot taller than you, and he kind of grabs you with one arm, and you can feel the weight of his bone and muscle around your neck, and he says, "Stop."
I try and elbow him in the nuts, so he's down on my level on, like, one knee.
Can you make a strength check, please?
Yeah.
Athletics.
Would that just be
Sorry, an athletics check. I shouldn't say strength. Athletics check.
Whoops. So the first one was a 13.
So he got an 8. So you managed to strike him where it hurts, and he doubles back away from the front door and kind of catches himself on the ground in the middle of the square. He's wincing. What have I done?
You literally just grabbed him around the neck. What do you think you've done? You stole from a person who has a dying daughter, and now you grab my friend around the neck?
He doesn't know how to open the door properly. This is the shepherd's respite. There's a way in where you don't make a sound.
Well, then go ahead.
He points at you, Milo, and says, "You, over there." And he points to the back of the line.
I'm at the back of the line. You can go ahead.
So he's pointing at the back of the line. He's pointing at Elena.
Milo just stares at him and he says, "You listen here. One evil does not justify another. You cannot steal from a dying man's daughter. It's just not right. There's ways to help these kids. They need help around. They don't need you in prison. You've already said this. You know the risk you took."
So what is it that you want? Do you want to fight me? Do you want?
When you come
entire
grabbing
bag
at my
of
neck,
money?
I'm gonna lash out at you, pal. It's just the way it goes.
These children deserve it.
All right.
And I know they
Oh,
do.
okay.
I've already donated to them.
I don't care.
There's better ways to help. I don't care.
Gentlemen, I swear to God, if you don't open this door in the next 2 seconds, I'm going to chop both your nuts off. Let's go.
And I'll like pull Milo to be by me. I'm like, I'd also have my bodyguard with me, thank you.
Just still fuming. He doesn't care. He's just like going
I
along
don't-
just because the party wants to go.
I don't give a damn who had this money before it came into my hands. These children deserve a better life. And if you can't see that,
Kobayashi, we have made a recommendation. You know, maybe we'll act on that recommendation. Again, if you don't open the door in about the next minute or so, I'm going to take this axe, I'm going to take your penis, and I'm going to chop it off. I don't have time, okay? I am a very busy woman. I don't know what that accent was.
It was great.
Milo's like pissed, but he's like, Jesus.
It was a very long night.
Yeah, so I guess we walk in the order that he wants us to.
Kobayashi first steadies himself, and he's miffed at the guff he's receiving from Olena. He kind of nods at everybody else and puts his finger to his lips, like, "Be quiet."
My middle name is quiet.
The front door, you can see he's doing something with the door handle of the front door, and he finds a way to sort of push in the door handle so that he can open the front door silently.
He's totally okay. I'm not saying anything. That's not a game.
He's gonna point at Yobi,
Okay.
and make the gesture again, like shh, don't make any noise. And in the kitchen, he's pointing at a crack in the wall, and he whispers to you, Obi, "It's there."
Okay, can I look for traps
Where?
around me? And
Meaning,
the crack.
what are you looking at around you?
So I'm distrusting of this orc. So I want to make sure that the crack that he shows me is not the trap or something.
Okay, so that's an insight check. You can do that. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Look at this.
Investigation.
Okay.
Keep
Better.
making the same mistake. That's an investigation check.
They sound very similar.
That's a 12.
You're not noticing any traps on the wall.
Okay. So then I approach the crack and I look to see if the money's there.
Make a perception check, please. And do you have dark vision, by the way?
Yep.
Okay,
I
so you
do.
can make this with advantage.
Okay, first one's a 4. Second one's a 5.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Plus
Yobi,
anything?
Yobi, if there's something hidden in the wall, you can't see it.
I turn to the orc and say, "Are you trying to fool me? Take the money out now, or we're gonna have a problem."
Kobayashi puts his finger to his lips and says, "Shh," and he points upstairs as if to indicate there are people upstairs. Shh. He walks over and stands next to you, Yobi, and inserts his arm into the wall, and he retrieves a small sack of money. And he says to you, what will you do?
So I take the money and I count it and I look. It should be 600 gold, right? If I remember.
So are you going to
correctly.
count it there in the kitchen?
Well, I can figure out if it's 600 by weighing it, right? Eyeing it.
Yeah, why don't you make a perception check?
Another perception check. This one's 18, so
18?
the amount, yeah.
This is a big sum, but you're guessing this is in the range of what you would expect for 600.
Okay. Great. So now I turn to the team and I say silently, so what do you guys want to do?
How do we know for sure that that's the... Yeah, let's go outside first.
The party leaves the restaurant. He shuts the front door very gingerly, so it doesn't make a noise, and you are back in the central square in Lambtown.
Now, how do we know for sure that this is the money that you say you stole, and not the orphanage's money?
He said he's kind of like looking up at the night sky and the stars in the sky, and thinking about, say, as he observes this group of 5 kind of standing there. We'll just have to trust.
Trust an orc? That would be a first.
Leave the racism out. I'll say, here's what we plan to do, my dear friend. We're going to give this money back to your lady who you so generously stole this from, because he needs it for his daughter's medicine. You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding, okay? And perhaps then, my friend, we meet again, we make a deal to see where else we can raise the funds, find the funds through means either legal or not so legal, you know what I'm saying, to help this orphanage get through the day, to help these children live to see another day. This money is needed immediately by someone who cannot wait very long. But, you know, with the proper time, the proper effort, we find some way to help and make sure this orphanage can continue to run.
That money right there.
Mm-hmm.
I found it to give these children a better life. And how would I know to trust you to be able to do that?
A cat always keeps a promise.
And I just say, a thief, speaking of trust, that's frickin' rich. You didn't find this gold, you stole it from them. You know what you did.
It's also true, you didn't just find it, you had to actively walk into someone's locked house. We found you had to find you and track you because you left some evidence behind. Like, it wasn't a smooth operation. Maybe we could work together and improve your skills.
If this guy's a thief, he should speak thieves' language, right?
Correct.
Thieves' cant.
Hmm?
So I turn to him and tell him in thieves' cant that there is honor among thieves.
Make a persuasion check.
At advantage because I'm helping?
Yeah, why not? Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Persuasion, not perception, right?
Persuasion, yeah.
Okay.
Because this thieves' cant is unexpected and maybe he speaks it.
Okay, so first one's a
It'd be funny if
12.
he doesn't.
The second one's a 25.
Nice.
He says back to you in thieves' cant, Obi, there's always a mole, group of 5.
What are you guys saying? Right? I don't understand what are you...
What does it mean if the dog eats breakfast at noon? What? Because usually thieves' cant is like regular words, right? Yeah. What?
He backs up 5 feet from you and says, I don't want to have to hurt you, but how else will I get this money back? This is for the children, and now you're stealing from them.
I have a suggestion.
I already gave the money. Yes, what's your suggestion? Go ahead.
I say you let us take this and return it to its rightful owner, who needs it just as much as the children here, as we've said over and over again. And while you wait, you stay here and you help the orphanage in whatever way you can. And in a day, we'll be back. If you are here helping them do repairs or make food or change diapers, then we'll know that you're an honest enough man and we will help you take the money, find the money from someone who will not miss it. Look at me, it's not like you can miss me, I can't exactly hide. What other people in the city look like me?
She's very beautiful.
I was meant to give these children the money in the morning when they need it. when the doctors come by and cure their disease.
The doctors are in town. They'll be back. It's literally their job.
We still have enough time until morning. We can find another job.
Milo says, "Who's sick in there?" Or in there?
He's losing it.
Yeah, he's drunk.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
This isn't Milo, this is Jim now.
Yeah.
Fully accepted the persona.
Alter ego unlocked.
It's not your life to live here. He's looking at Milo specifically. I lived there most of my life, and this is my opportunity to give back.
Have you ever changed a diaper? I just wonder.
And if you are going to take away from me my ability to help Rangarim and his family,
Milo just stops him. He's like, "Are you daft? We've offered to help 4 times." He says, "We've donated over 100 gold to this organization in the last day." He says, We've offered to help you find gold by a proper means, a better means than this. You're stealing from a man whose sick child is dying."
he backs up another 10 feet from you.
Milo
And
walks
says-
towards him.
You walk towards him.
He's just like putting his hands out, like not being aggressive, but he says,
I
"There's
know.
a better way."
Not be
Is that
aggressive,
better?
but also walking towards him.
He's just like trying to calm the things down. He's just like, "There's a better way. There's a better way." He just keeps saying it.
Can you make a persuasion check, please, Milo?
Yeah. 24.
He says, "You all see to it that these children are well kept, and you won't see me again."
But I want to see you again. I want to help you. You need to help these children. It's like your life's path, fate.
You see to it that these children are well kept,
No.
and you
no,
won't
no.
see me again.
I want you to help these children. I want you to fulfill your duty and help the children that you wanted to help in the first place. I want you to feel fulfilled in your life. Yes, I mean, change a diaper, do a food run, or bro, man to man.
Surely you can't keep complaining and then not lift a finger to help.
Right,
Not in
that's
the,
some.
and that, especially
I
in the
did
right
help.
way.
I did help.
No,
I
you did
collected
not.
all
No.
this loot
No,
to take care
no,
of
no.
these kids.
You caused more harm because you took that money from someone who needs it.
What is harm?
You
after all?
caused what
is
you
harm
did.
after-
What you did. We're trying to give you a way to help appropriately.
He backs up another 5 feet.
I see.
Okay.
And he
That was
says,
his name, Kobayashi.
This guy wants to run from us. Am I the only one sick and tired of orc excuses?
Say, hold. Kobayashi, it took me a day. It took me a day to realize that these people are understaffed. And you're leaving them behind for us to take care of, dumping your problems on other people. Stay and help them.
We all
Help
have
them
our
with
own
the
problems.
children. We can help them too, and we will help them too.
he
There are other ways to
he
help.
begs of you, Milo, and says, "They're your job now." And he
No.
turns around and runs.
Ugh.
Told ya.
Why is he like this?
Alright, well, let's return the money. We'll figure it fucking out in the morning.
Not everyone who says they want to help actually come out to help.
It's very true. It's almost like feminism.
Sounds very
So,
turfy.
Yobi has this big sack of gold. What are you gonna do with it, or what are you gonna do next?
Let's find the
so
facility.
so tempting. So
I know.
tempting to join Kobayashi.
I
He's
will
running.
chop your balls off.
You'll do it.
Yeah.
So I throw the bag of gold to Olena and I say, "Come on, let's get this done already."
That's the right option. I know I like you, Yobi. Go screw!
Let's go to the dad.
Herculedy.
It is pretty late. Should we let him sleep and see him
I
in the
think
morning?
he probably wants this as soon as possible.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think he'll like the good news. He won't mind. He won't mind getting up.
Okay, so the party makes their way back to Mariner Town, down to that really small alley where Herculidine's flat was, and where all of you were earlier today. Who's leading the conversation? Who's knocking on the door?
Who made the deal with him originally? No, maybe Olena then.
Knock on the door.
You hear from inside, "Get out of here! I have weapons."
It's Monsieur Ledin. I don't know why I speak French when I talk to you, but it's me. It's Virlinia from the... What?
Oh.
Where am I?
Oh,
The Black Heart.
Mademoiselle Elena.
Hi.
A minute. And you can hear some rough shuffling and movement going on inside, and a man wearing Monsieur Ledin appears at the front door. He's wearing the same stuff he was wearing earlier that day. Yes.
I will hold out your
Think fast.
You found it. Where was it? Who had it?
Yeah, it was in an orphanage going to help children. But you had to take it from those children to give to your child.
Siri is just like awkwardly smiling.
Yeah, it was a bad situation. We're going to try and do something about it. If you have extra time and you like to volunteer, I would say volunteer at the Shepherd's Respite.
I could offer my services to repair their shoes. I can do that.
I think that would be worthy, honestly.
That is a wonderful gift.
That won't replace the fact that you took 600 gold from them. However, I'm very happy that you found this, and I'll be able to take care of my daughter for the next few months. Elena, you and your friends have done a very good job.
Thank you. Yes.
He reaches into the bag and pulls out 5 gold coins for each of you, and empties them into your fists one by one.
I'm kind of okay without this, honestly.
Yeah, push it back.
Yeah, I'm good.
At this point, I'm like, you need it more than I do.
Yes. We just hope that, when your daughter is hopefully cured, then maybe you and her can both help out with the orphanage, instill some goodwill into the next generation.
If she survives, if she stays alive, and we can figure out what she has and how to fix it. Yeah.
Of course.
I'm so impressed at you, Elena. Thank you and your friends so much. Come back and say hi to me. I'll be at the Black Arms. I would love to tell the story of the great deeds of Elena and her friends. Wish I
That
knew
is a
the
good
party's
group name,
name.
I gotta say.
Does that sound good?
But Ash and the gang is bad.
Siri is rolling her eyes in the back of the group.
Yes,
God.
we are, guardians of the people, guardians of orphans. Orphan makers? No, orphans.
Not makers.
He cradles the gold bag in his arms and says, "Can't wait to see my daughter Zoe in the morning. Thank you so much. Have a good rest of your evening." And he wipes his eyes, shuts the door, and looks like...
Yo, Ladin, before we leave,
Hmm.
do you know anything about this nice white hood? I really like to get one.
What?
You know the scroll we received? We received that
Yeah.
scroll with the
Well,
white hood.
who owns the scroll right now? Who
I
has
think
it?
Ash.
Are you having a conversation, or are you asking Ash to pull this card out, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I wanted to stop Ladin from going back before we managed to ask about the hood.
And what are you
since he
saying?
owe us. Yeah, so I'm asking him to look at the scroll Ash has.
So Ash,
And
are
maybe
you
he
going to... so Ash has to agree to this.
Oh, okay. Ash, do you think we should ask him about the...
We can ask him. Yeah, we can describe it to him. See if he knows.
Okay.
You know what this is, sir?
Scroll.
You like to describe or show? Yeah, so Ash is going
I'll
to show
just show him at this point, yeah.
He takes a look at it, and he says, "Might be the Thieves Guild in town." Where did you find this?
I'm not sure. I think I just I found it on the floor, I think, I don't know, it wasn't directed towards us, obviously. I'm just
It was delivered to us
cool.
directly.
No, what?
Deception check, please, with advantage, because he's very sleepy.
Oh, okay.
That's an 18 plus.
Yeah, you just found it somewhere in Zadash, huh?
Yeah, I just found it on the ground, on the floor. Yeah.
Well, the faceless men are everywhere.
The faceless man? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the Thieves Guild in town.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. That's terrifying.
You cannot see them, you cannot hear them, but they are there.
The faceless... What?
Men.
Men.
Oh, the faceless... Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's very
Les
interesting.
hommes sans visage.
Huh?
Wait.
The faceless men.
Okay. Oh, I will like. Wow, thieves, not for me. This is scary. Wow. Oh my god.
Sure, Siri is just like looking between Ash and everybody else. Like,
Okay, everybody, wrap it up.
good night.
We gotta
Have a
go.
wonderful
guys.
evening, Monsieur Levy.
Now this is interesting.
Au revoir. A bientôt.
Faceless Men's are a thieves' guild, and Kobayashi told me 1 in 5 is always a mole. Do we have a traitor among us?
What? Ooh, why would we have a traitor? What would they get from us?
I don't know. Why would he say 1 in 5 is always a mole?
Because he's a sketchy guy?
Maybe he's trying to cause dissent among us.
I don't know anything about this thieves guild in town. What I do know is we do need to find a way to help that orphanage, because now I feel very guilty. I feel like, I don't know what the trolley is, but I feel like we just made the wrong choice on a trolley problem.
You know, there might
It's an ethical dilemma.
Yeah.
Not really for me, but there might be a way. You know, our friend Davenant is possibly still asleep at the Black Arms, and he possibly may have the keys to a possibly very rich councilwoman's home.
Oh, I knew I liked you.
Possibly have some very expensive cutlery and candlesticks. And...
Oh, and she's a proper jerk too. I wouldn't mind taking from her.
Yeah, she's real mean.
Finally, we get to
And,
steal something.
You know, if he is not still asleep there, maybe we can offer our services to the kitchen another day. Have the
we are the
servants
cooks
take a break.
after all.
Yes. It's a bad name.
It's kind of a funny name though, like
it.
for people
We're coming
to
up against
ask for the
the
cooks, you know.
Yeah.
Find the
but also
caterers.
have never cooked before that one time.
We can
cook
cook
up
them some ass
punishments.
whooping.
Open a can of ass whip for them.
Exactly.
I got all of them. I got it all the time. I'm ready to go. Here you go.
Out of the frying pan into the oven when you're fighting with the cooks.
I kind of like it.
The cooks. I like that.
You get fried.
Cooks.
You mess with the cooks, you get fried.
Also
Cooks.
good.
With the umlaut.
Anyway, that's what I'm thinking. If we wish to now resolve this other help, then there is another option.
Let's do it.
Let's go see. If he's still there, he's still there. If he's not still there, he's not still there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I comprehend.
Good. I'm glad.
Sorry.
Thanks.
I got you. Let's go.
We walk through the night. Back to the Black Arms for the third time.
I love this place.
Yashimai's turn to go upstairs now.
Oh god.
You get to the Black Arms, and there's no one standing outside, and it looks like all the candle lights are out.
Okay.
Elena, you kind of know it's closed.
Do I know
This
that do they kick people out?
You would know that yes, they have kicked people out for
Okay.
overstaying.
Okay. So either he's on the streets finding his way home, or he sobered up and walked home before they closed.
You want to just walk back towards the Cataloni's place just to see if he's passed out on the road or something?
Yeah, probably a good idea just for his safety, anyways.
Sure. If we can't find him there, we can always attempt to do it tomorrow, or... I've got a place we could stay the night if we need to wait till tomorrow.
That would be
Isabel?
nice. Very
Yeah, we can go see if Isabella will give us a couple of beds.
She's very nice. You told me that'd be nice.
It would be nice to have a normal sleep schedule again.
Yeah, if you stay up too late, you might get exhausted.
So
Well, we just had a
maybe-
long rest, so I
Yeah,
think we'd
we
be
slept
exhausted
until
yet.
midnight.
Right.
It's morning for us.
True. I mean,
Oh, yeah, I
I
could
can
use some
imagine at some
melatonin.
point shifting all your sleep, your
Mhm.
brain will not function
Yeah.
correctly.
It was a really long afternoon nap, and you
It
know how that
was.
always fucks you up and makes you more
Yeah.
tired.
Yeah.
So we'll try to follow the steps back to see if Davenon is asleep somewhere. If not, we'll just call it a night till the morning.
Does somebody want to make a? So how are you doing this? Is somebody like tracking footsteps, or are you just walking to where? Because you know where Antonia's house is.
We're just walking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tracking
Keeping
Walk in
an,
that direction.
Curious.
keeping an eye out as we walk.
Also keeping an eye out for any figures in hoods.
True.
So, if you're specifically looking for a hint that Dalvanon might have been by, could each of you make a survival check? So this will be a group check, actually. All 5 of you make a survival check and tell us the results.
I got 13.
I got a 10.
Yeah, I got
10.
a 10 as well.
10
19.
1. and 19. So that averages out to who got the highest number? Siri.
19.
Siri gets this weird sense that Dalvanon probably just went straight home, but it's hard for you to remember like what shoes was he wearing that day? How big are this gnome guy's feet? You know, it did rain that morning, so by looking around, that's your best guess based on following the pathway to Antonia's.
Okay. Well, if we don't find him along the way, well, yeah, I guess when we get to the house, we're like, well, at least hopefully he made it home. Maybe we should find our way home too before something else in this city crawls out and tries to attack us.
Yeah, it feels appropriate.
All right. Well, let's go to the little head.
To the farmhouse.
Oh.
No,
No,
sorry.
but
I was
a
joking.
bit, for the love
I
of
was
God.
joking. I was joking.
Hey, can I take them to the little head?
You can.
Okay.
So the party makes their way towards Five Wells Square, which is another square in the southern part of the city of Zadash. One second, I will. Five Wells Square is famous for having 5 wells in the middle of the square. How about that? And Siri knows that the most distant well has a secret passage that goes underground. So Siri, I'm assuming you're gonna like press the button that opens the secret staircase.
And before I press the button, I look at Milo and I'm like, please don't take your clothes off. Okay? Okay.
Sure.
And then I'll press the button.
He's just like basically brain dead at this point because he's still drunk and like super like exhausted and over the night at this point. It's like, oh, okay.
The party makes their way down the stairs and finds themselves in a foyer / anteroom that is absolutely stunning. There's a huge bearskin rug on the floor, several lit braziers, 2 red carpets that lead into the main bar area. So from where you're standing, you can hear glasses clinking and people murmuring and talking and whatnot. The scent in where you're standing is very floral, like fresh flowers in the air. A very handsome man walks forward, looks at the group, and says, "Siri, you're back."
What is this person's name?
Grant.
Say
He's a
again.
human. He's a human, kind of handsome, chiseled kind of face, brown hair. He's wearing like a kind of a fancy, silverish, silver-tinged button-down shirt. And he says to you, Siri, you know the rules, madam. All your metal and weapons and armor over there. And he points to a series of lockers on the western wall.
Hi, Grant. Of course. Everyone, this is Grant. Let's go take our things off. Not our clothes, Milo.
Well, I was about to say you're sending some mixed messages there, Siri, but okay, here we go.
Can
So
I chat with Grant while they go do that?
Go ahead.
I think I'll probably just ask about I'll ask after Isabella and if there's any chance that we could sleep here tonight because there's no room upstairs or anything.
Grant says,
David Bowie.
"What? David Bowie?"
Grant his photo is David Bowie. Doesn't he look like David Bowie? Doesn't it look like a...
I don't get it.
Ew, literally, I think it's a headshot of David Bowie.
Grant hands each of you a small keychain to use to, lock up the lockers, and each keychain attached to it is a shrunken head. And he says to all of you, just remember, everyone gets a little head tonight. follow me. And
Oh, good.
he leads the group into the main area where you see it's very dimly lit. There are a few very attractive looking women having drinks as well as serving drinks. There is a very voluptuous dark-skinned woman standing in front of the area where the rooms are in this establishment. It's pretty obvious this establishment is not just a bar, but you can sleep here. It's a tavern.
Megan Thee Stallion. That's Megan Thee Stallion.
Wait, is it?
Yes.
It's not. By the way, it's not David Bowie. I zoomed in.
Oh.
It's just a guy with a scar on his face where there might be a lightning bolt if it was David Bowie.
That's why I was like, that does not look like David. I don't know what you're looking at. I'm like, I don't see it.
Which character is a David Bowie character?
Hey, Megan.
Hi, Megan.
Like, why is David Bowie everywhere?
Grant says to you, your seat, madam? And he's looking at you, Siri.
Mm-hmm.
And he,
wait, what?
Your seat, madam?
Mm-hmm.
And he leads you all the way to, like, clearly what looks like the fanciest seats in the room. There are 4 seats. Was it 5 seats? I'm sorry. There are 5 seats by the wall where you can get a very good look at all the other patrons in the room. And he says to you, how are we doing this tonight? Are you ordering? Do you want the special?
Is the special a code for something that she would know, or is it like we're talking about food stuff?
You can ask.
No, I'm asking the DMU if Siri, because Siri has been here before, so it's like, is the special like a code word for something, or?
No, they have regular specials that change.
Got it. Okay. She'll be like, what's the special tonight, Grant? I'll have my usual probably, or
the special tonight is the Screaming Medusa. It's a mixture of Southern Virlinian coffee with milk and a lot of rum.
I take my bath. I'll have that.
If you want to be petrified tonight, you're gonna have the Screaming Medusa.
Probably going to need it. I had a very long nap this afternoon, and I don't know if I'll be able to sleep without it. That might keep me up.
I'll get you 5. That'll
right.
be 5 gold. I'll be back in a moment. Great to have you back here, Siri.
I'll pay for the stuff.
Thank you.
Unless all 5 of those were for you, in which case I know what my.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to assume.
As the 5 of you kind of get settled, this very muscular, confident female dwarf with a cowboy hat walks over and extends her arms to give Siri a hug, and she says, "Well, how about that, sister?"
Is this Isabella?
Mm-hmm.
Isabella! I'm gonna give her a big hug.
This dwarf is very confident. She's got tawny olive skin, dark hair it's black but with red tint to it. Big beautiful eyes, long lashes, and a very tight tunic that accentuates her muscles and her chest. And she's very obviously flirting with you, Siri, and everybody else.
Siri is like doing the little hair play, like when you're talking to someone. She's like kind of like playing with her hair. Not my hair. I'm playing with her hair.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, hi, it's good to see you. This is
Elena's
this, and this is everyone.
Elena's tired in the background, like, I can't do this any longer.
We're a bit tired. It's been a long day. I still have so many things to tell you.
You know, my mother used to say, the older you get, the better you get. Unless you're a banana.
Oh, but if you get it just right, when it's just old enough, it does make a delicious bread.
He says, you're not here for bread. You're at the Little Head.
That right?
No, but the Little Head likes bread.
Stop talking in circles.
She's kind of like grinning and sweating a little bit.
Everyone, this is Isabella. Yeah.
Hi.
She introduces herself to everybody. Hey, y'all.
Well, we're just here to probably sleep, maybe some other things depending on what everyone wants. But I'm hoping just for a nice place to stay. You know.
How many rooms then? There's 5. There's 5 of y'all. How many rooms?
Do you have 5 rooms? It's okay if you don't. I can sleep on the floor somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Ash and I can share again if we need to. You know.
I like the same one.
It's Freitag, so it's very busy tonight. So it's about 4 gold a person per night. You can each have your own room.
What if we share the room?
Yeah, but someone's still gonna stay in a single, right?
That's true.
Triple bunk bed.
Isabella says, y'all come follow me, and she moves towards a room that's a door that's right next to all of you, and she's like, well, this is a room for 1. Any of y'all want it?
Yeah, just walks into it and just
Yeah,
passes out.
I'll pay for him.
It's zombie mode.
Sir, that's 4 gold.
I
We'll get it.
Okay. Isabella keeps walking to another room and opens the door and says, this one is a single, y'all.
Olana, you're welcome to stay with Ash and I if you want to we can all cuddle up if you want.
Certainly, yeah.
And
Ladies' night.
Ladies' night.
So you don't want to share with Yobi?
Where did Yobi go?
I'm just here
Yobi's
working up on
gone.
this
I
nice
don't
little...
Maybe Yobi,
I'm sneaking.
maybe Yobi, you can watch over Milo if you want to save some money.
Yeah, sure.
Just lets out a big old fart. Just...
Okay, a single it is.
Sugar, that's 4 gold.
Yeah, I'm putting them out of my inventory.
Also, I handed her the 4 gold, so you don't have to pay for me on the way in. Just like.
Isabella says to Siri, so y'all want the nice rooms, I'm assuming, on account of the fact that it's you, right, Siri?
Oh, well, no. I mean, we can be frugal, that's alright, but...
Oh, well, in that case, come follow me. And she walks quickly to the other side of the room and opens another door and says, this here's another single, and right next to it is another single.
Kitty, I don't want to hold you back from having a nice room.
Okay, can we have the nice room, please?
Yeah, that's what I thought. I also enjoy a nice room. I am a, noble ditch by birth, you know.
Isabella walks over to the voluptuous woman with dark skin that's wearing a red low-cut shirt.
Yeah, I was trying to work that.
Well, at this point, you're in your room.
Yeah, you dragged me.
You can always leave your room now that you know where it is.
Nah, it's okay, it's okay. Too late for that.
Isabella says, hey, Megan, Siri's gonna want to go back there. Is that okay? And this voluptuous woman wordlessly steps to the side. And Izzy says, oh, come follow me.
All right.
Izzy walks down the hallway and opens the door to a very nice room with a king-size bed fit for 2. There's candles lit and 2 night tables as well as a chest on the far side of the room. This room is also, Siri would know, this is one of the fanciest rooms in the place because there is a bathtub directly connected to a room that's private and not shared by anybody else.
I need to wash the rat blood off my body.
You kind of do, no offense.
Yeah, no, none taken.
So yeah, that's 20 for the evening for all of you combined.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you didn't really save money.
But we get comfort.
No, yeah, we said we weren't gonna save money. Okay. Do you want to split this a certain way? Do you want to just go? I can just do all 20. I'll just do all 20 because
I'll help.
Coming here. It's okay. I already did it.
Okay.
I did it.
That's
I'll buy
very
you some
Carlin
drinks.
of you.
Yeah, that is very Carlin.
Be like, I'm sure we're gonna get more soon, right?
Of course.
Haha.
Isabel says, well, y'all have a good night. I'll have Grant send the drinks back to your bedrooms, ladies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was so nice to meet you, Isabella.
She reaches over and says, is a hug okay?
Okay.
She gives Ash a hug and says...
I wink at Ash behind,
She kind of winks back at you, Siri, and says, don't worry, lady, we'll catch up in the morning before you go.
Okay, I'll be up early.
See you, hon.
Hi.
Are there more
Isabel.
than 2 pillows?
There's more than 2 pillows,
Okay.
yes. You find some extra pillows in the trunk of the room.
I'll sleep on the floor. You guys are used to nice things. I
mean,
have
it's a king bed.
Yeah.
We could all.
Here's what I'm thinking.
Oh.
Two people this way, I can sleep like a cat on the bottom.
Yes.
That.
We could
Hey,
also
that
go.
does-
We could go sideways.
sideways.
I can curl a little. We could go like,
We're dainty.
Okay.
I'm dainty as hell. I don't know what you're talking about.
I wouldn't mind if we all maybe took a bath first.
Oh,
Before
absolutely.
we
yes.
got into the-
I
yes,
also
okay.
smell.
I'm glad that we're all on the same page.
Starting to chop.
Well, Lena, do you want to go first? You were kind of up there with all the.
Yes. Thank you. Does that mean I should go last? Is the bathwater?
I mean,
How does that
they
work?
might. I don't know if they're
Water?
gonna change it. So whoever wants to
Oh,
go first,
okay.
please go first.
Okay,
I'll go back.
okay, yeah.
You go first, Siri.
Okay,
go second.
I'll go take a bath.
I like that we have to decide on bath order. That's D&D, folks.
So as everybody kind of retires to their rooms,
Does Yobi want to go hit on the other lady?
I'm
Just
good
saying.
for the night.
To be fair, he's already gotten some today, so.
True.
true. You all found the drinks that Grant had brought over to the rooms to be absolutely delicious.
Mhm.
And after a very long day of fighting and adventuring, it seems to be that the little head is where you will spend your slumber this
Mhm.
evening.
Before
Go ahead.
one thing before we go to bed, when Olena goes to take a bath, because I'm sure that's like kind of partitioned, right, in a certain way.
Yes.
I make sure I get very close to Ash. I'm like, so that Thieves Guild.
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
Is that kind of what you were looking for?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was looking for.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta get in contact with them somehow. Maybe I should wear a. I don't know. I need to think about that, but that's important. I got a plan.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, maybe we don't have to keep it secret from everyone. I mean, I don't think they will mind.
I don't think they'll mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we can tell
Okay.
them.
Okay, cool. We'll tell them tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
I just wanted to make sure I had that whispered conversation with Ash. I don't know if Olena heard. Like, we can do like a stealth or whatever.
You want to do stealth, you can. It's up to you.
I rolled a 12, so it wouldn't be that hard.
I'll do a stealth just in
Oh, yeah.
case.
Me too.
I mean, I did not. Siri's like, I think I'm being quiet.
Guys, I'm not.
I got a 7.
Oh, find out
I'm like,
later.
I'm like, Ash. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, Ash.
Oh, Siri, what is it?
So I like think I'm being quiet, but we're right by the door for the bath.
You're yelling in front of the door.
It's one of those rooms that are like domed, so like we're standing right in the corner
Yeah.
that like can be
Like
heard.
whispers, yeah.
So everyone goes to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't comment on.
In the morning, Milo gets a knock on his door.
Wait, is this a long rest?
This is a long rest.
You're healed. Thank God.
Yeah, come on in. Just stretching.
A pale-faced man walks into the room. You immediately recognize him as the husband of your sister Amita. His name is Rishi Heartspirit.
Rishi, what the heck are you doing out here?
And he says,
Oh,
Says-
no worries. I suck at
he says,
it.
he says, he's shaking his head. Oh no. Your sister, Haley, I don't know, she's lost.
Haley's lost?
And we sent a search party up to find them, and they haven't returned either. I fear the worst.
How the heck
A
did you
little
lose her?
Irish.
Yeah.
Sorry. How the heck did you lose her?
No, we sent a search party from Stonica all the way to follow her to the Mlashtina swamp. But we haven't heard from her. We haven't heard from her, and we haven't heard from the search party either. It's really bad.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap. And Milo starts, like, panicking. He's like,
Don't worry,
Just-
I'll pay for breakfast. I'll give you all the details after you get dressed.
oh, you're darn tootin', you're paying for breakfast, bud. You lost my sister. And then
Oh,
he just,
you betcha, you betcha.
and then he just walks out, and he just starts
You know,
yelling out,
you're making
"Cooks!
conversation.
Cooks!
I thought he was yelling out a different word.
I did
No.
too.
Hey,
That's
cooks!"
decided that cannot be our name
Okay.
because of that interaction. Your
And
name.
he knows it, he realizes it too. He's like,
Never mind.
And I think that's where we're gonna stop today.
Okay.
Well, at least we wrote off one name. We know we can't use that one.
Yeah.
Progress.
That's good.
Oh man.
What was his name again? Sorry.
Rishi Spirit Heart.
And
That's
did he lose your
that's
sister?
the husband of your younger sister Anmita. And the sister who's missing is named Haley.
He's missing in Mlashtina Swamp.
Mhm.
That's a really good one.
I think she's the closest one from what I remember.
So for finding the little head and for meeting some additional characters, I'm going to give everybody an additional 50 experience points. I'm sorry, 250 for also solving the case of Hercule Ledine's loot. I forgot about that. Good thing I remember. 250 total.
Oh, did you know yet?
I think everyone is like halfway to level 4.
Is Yobi
Ish.
level 3 now?
Yobi's level
yet.
2, I think.
I have 675.
Okay.
A little less than halfway to level 4. I'm at 1420.
Yes.
How do we feel about this resolution with Kobayashi? I could see from your you could go in a couple different directions.
Yeah, I know.
I
It's
don't
like
think we're done.
it's like
Okay.
a give and take thing.
Yeah.
Do you guys think we're done with that? Because I think he might
No.
have roots with the Thieves Guild.
Possibly, Siri at the very least is going to make sure that Stan knows that to keep an eye on Kobayashi and she's going to go back to Stan to pass on a message to Kobayashi. That's her plan.
I'll talk to Beth.
Yeah. I do think that there'll be something about getting money for the orphanage.
Yeah. No, Milo was like 100% like, we're going to help out the orphanage, but there's a
Yeah.
better way to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
He realizes like all choices are tough, but he thinks there was obviously a better way to do this when he was talking to Kobayashi and tried to just relay that, like, help out around, like they need the help, like there's better ways to help them.
He just seems like a shitty guy, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Like it sounds more like he just wanted to steal and less about wanting to help.
Yeah. And just kind of lying through his teeth the whole time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to attack him, but I didn't want to just attack every single person that we come across. Because
I would
get
have
a lot
fought
of
him too.
curveballs.
I mean, there's also a chance that he was also very easily trying to frame us because now it looks like we took money from the orphanage. So there's a lot of things. No matter what, we're gonna get money for the orphanage somehow.
Yeah, I
some
wanted
way.
to like drop my axe on the ground, like make a loud thud so everyone would wake up. And just like we could
Wake up
question him.
the whole
But
orphanage.
I was trying to avoid like, I don't know, confrontation
He
because
probably would like punch you or something if you did that.
Milo would punch him right back.
Would cut the
Interesting.
penis off.
Yeah. And then Elena would come and make good on her promise.
Oh my goodness, you chop him up.
The cat's always keeps their promise.
Well, this was really fun. We will see if Kobayashi makes another return at some point in the campaign.
What a cliffhanger to end us on, huh?
Yeah. I'll see you online.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Bye.